notice? Do your passive perception, you realize it's there, but would she care like to actually want to read it immediately, or like I'll get my like morning routine done, then I'll give a shit.
She'll go read it because it might be urgent or something, you know.
It is a very, yeah, you don't even have to do any rules to know this. The handwriting is very carefully written out, and there are, you know how like some people like almost need like a line, like writing on lined paper to make sure they write straight. This person does
Mhm.
not need that at all. Um, it is perfectly even with every line written. It is in like the most flowery language you can possibly imagine. uh, is the gist of it is, hi, I hope you're doing well, and would you want to do something today with me? Maybe, if you have the time. I don't know. That's the gist of what is said, and kindest regards, Drazimir.
Oh,
He found your room.
He's a Quandrix kid. He doesn't really. He's not dumb.
um,
He asked the RA where her room is. Now that you guys thought about that, like we're living in college dorms. Isn't
oh
there?
my
Is there
gosh.
no? Is there no RA? Yeah, there is actually.
I haven't actually had to do that yet.
I didn't even think about that. Well, the one time that my karate was looking for someone, she was drunk, so I don't think she would have thought to look for the RA.
Well, yeah, there is one.
But yeah, she does it say
You.
how to?
It's a inside is a minor incantation for like a one-time a one-time use. Like it's like a think of it like a one-time use instant. As long as the same plane of existence, message. Like the
Oh,
cantrip message is like, hey, within if someone was in like 120 feet, you can give like a message to them and then have a very short message mentally, and then they can reply back
mhm.
as part of the cantrip effect. This is basically a one-time use version of that, but much more powerful as far as range and what that psychic ability will go through.
Okay. Well, then she would immediately use it and tell him.
She
Okay,
she,
yeah,
she did not get to be asked out by him, huh?
yeah. She would say, yeah, yes, and to meet her like at the courtyard or something, but like at like a specific time because she wants to get her morning workout in, like noon or something.
You would hear back from him in like a really soft voice. It's as soft as someone whispering by your ear. It takes a little effort to understand it because even mentally he's like that. It's weird. You don't think he should be that way, but it ends up being that way. It's off. Um, and he basically agreed to your terms and hopes you look forward to what he has planned. And then it's as like so to speak, end of message.
He's got
Oh,
something
And then
planned.
you can go about your morning kind of thing.
okay.
How does Incaretta's morning normally go?
She would take a shower, and in the shower, she's gonna practice some incantations. Um, and then she will go run around the campus, maybe like 5 or 6 times.
Now, I want you to realize just how big the fucking campus is.
Okay. All right.
It's
So run
like
around the
you're saying
campus once.
you're like saying I'm gonna run around the whole entire length of Baltimore because that's what I can do in a single morning. I just circle the whole thing. I want
She'll
you to
run around the
realize that
campus
this
one
campus
time
is
then.
fucking humongous, so big it has room for 5 other separate fucking campuses.
Oh shit. Okay. How about we she runs around the Witherbloom campus once.
It's super windy, but you go down like the moss-trodden trails in and out around humongous tree trunks, and you don't end up seeing anything of note. It's just another early morning. For whatever reason, it always smells. You know that smell that rain gives off, like right
Yeah.
before after it rains.
Petrichor.
It's that kind of smell almost all the time there,
Oh, I love that smell.
even when it's not raining.
And then after her run, she's gonna go.
I would buy scented candles with that smell.
It's a nice smell, but she'll go to like um somewhere not public, I guess, and like hit her sword around, probably at trees, but the ones that look like they're about to die anyway.
So you'd stay in the Witherbloom area and go to like the necrotic-ish areas. Any that you like, yeah, fuck it, this can take it.
Mm-hmm.
Fully destroy the tree in process.
I mean, the circle of life.
Give me an attack roll.
Yay.
Man,
Wait, why isn't that green? Oh, it's 19. I rolled a 19, that's why.
You have a big bonus. What'd you expect? And then give me a D100. Oh no, I didn't expect you to roll that high, but you did. You can add from the compendium. You can give yourself. What was it called? One sec. I gotta look it up. I don't want to have. I don't want to improperly say it. I didn't expect this to happen. Not counting the ASI increase, you can give yourself a slasher feat.
What? What?
I told you I didn't expect you to roll that high.
Okay.
You had a very powerful attack roll and rolled really high on the percentile dice. Good things can happen when that shit happens. What are you talking about?
That's pretty cool. Whoa. Hello from the future.
I said without the ASI increase.
I didn't do it.
Yeah.
It looks like you tried to drop content from the 2020. Oh my god, no wonder.
Because it's new stuff.
Yeah. So would it be from Tasha's then? There we go. Okay. Wait, slashers in the player's handbook now?
In the new one, yes.
A different version of it. They altered a lot of feats.
It's like, hey, do you want Tasha's Cauldron of everything? Here, have the new player's handbook.
No, they used to like literally yanked all the half the fucking subclasses from it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's lazy writing, really. But yeah, not counting the ability score increase, you get the other effects of it.
Yay. Let me take that off then. I'll learn where to cut. That's nice.
I want you to realize the odds of this kind of thing happening again with these good of rolls. It's pretty fucking low.
All right. So what happened to that tree?
You killed it.
Oh.
Well, the tree you practice on was already almost dead, and it was like a matchstick of a tree. You sliced right through the trunk, and it did one of those cartoon things where it just like slides down while staying completely straight upward until the end. It didn't even make too huge of a fall, just because it wasn't like it was still pretty dead wood, so it wasn't like sturdy and like really thick and everything. It's not like a thick hardy oak where it's like no, even if it's about to die, it's really huge, and so it made a huge crash, right? It's like not really, not this one.
Jesse's yelling at me.
Why?
Because I preheated the oven, and he's like, "The oven's preheated." And I'm like, "Okay, well maybe you should come play D&D."
Yeah. He wants to yell at you so bad he can come in here.
So now knowing uh, would you do after your sword training, or is that like that's what you just do every morning before class and everything?
It's literally what she does every morning.
Okay. At that point, if you had a good breakfast and whatnot, you end up meeting Drasimir at the central like main statue, like you saw in the handout, where like the thing's floating around it and shit.
Mhm.
And he leads you over to the Quandrix, which is why I have the map up. This is the Quandrix campus,
Ah,
which is why it's all blue and green.
Crazy. It's almost like it's civic.
Okay, and he brings you to an area under a pretty big tree, and this is a very rudimentary map making skill, so I want you to realize. I hope ideally you don't just all insult me. So he brings you behind a building, and on the side of the building is a bunch of like nice looking shrubbery, and intermittently there is like floating water that's only periodically dripping but never running out of water.
mhm.
And it's like if you go up to and they don't like magnify from like the sun like kill stuff just because it's water, but it's like almost like a art piece, and at the same time very geometrically pleasing to look at. It's like revolving cubes of actual water just floating in the air. And he has, let me see. You see stuff?
You know, well, I see 3/4 of the map.
Well, that's the point. You're around a building.
Oh.
That's what this stuff is supposed to be. Is like the shrubbery and then like the floating water stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you two are sitting beneath like another tree. He got like this really fancy rug, and he
Oh.
like quietly mentions how he like splurged and got this really schmancy rug, and this is what it looks like.
Oh, that's
It's
cute.
all schmancy. He thought it looked really elegant looking, and he thought you deserved nice things. So instead of like a picnic blanket, you sat outside on like really nice nice grass and everything, and this is what you sat on. It's actually really comfortable,
Oh.
even though Voss already knows what it is.
It's a magic carpet from Aladdin.
You know what? Let's go with that. Does Edgar actually think it's magic because he has like a picnic set up on it, and so you're basically having an outdoor picnic afternoon with them.
No, she wouldn't think that. She's probably more interested in the intellectual conversation.
She did come to magic school for nerds after all. Um, he was being he starts off by being really polite about it, like one of those people who was like, if you say like he's one of the people who wouldn't know what to say if you said, oh, I love you. He's like, thank you. He'd be that socially awkward about situations like that. So he like starts off really polite, basically thank you for your time and that you made time out of your day for him, and he goes all on about that kind of stuff.
My Eldritch Knight would like to plow you.
And then he starts asking some things about you because he's interested in you and like to get to know you. But I need you to give me a perception check.
Okay.
You know how you see this carpet has like long tassels?
Mhm.
They start to move.
Oh.
All of them, like
Oh.
seemingly on their own.
Um.
But he doesn't notice it. he's still he's still wanting to get to know you, and he's looking like at you hopefully and stuff while you're both sitting down together.
I think Greta would just point at him and be like, sorry to bother or interrupt you, but is your carpet supposed to be doing that?
He looks at it, literally surprised, and I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
What? Initiative? Is it a freaking mimic?
No, it's not. I promise it's not a mimic. It's not a mimic, and Voss knows it's not a mimic.
I know it's not a mimic.
Oh, wait, why can't I click my token? What'd you do?
Go for it.
My token.
Don't you love it when there's someone experienced enough in D&D? Yeah, he's not there, but he as a player knows what it is.
Well, if I had to mention it, and it's like as soon as you saw what it was, it's like I know that image.
There we go.
I
All right,
didn't
can
want
you,
to say
can you
anything,
delete the other
but
token?
you're right.
There. Perfect. Thank you. Oh. Oh my god, it's not a mimic.
No,
It's a carpet.
it is a rug of smothering.
What? Oh, kinky.
Not in the fun way.
Well,
Oh.
not bad. Damn! Did it get a nat 20? Or does it just have a 19 plus 3 in it?
No, it did get a nat 20.
I was hoping its dex modifier was 3 or something,
No, it's not quite that dexterous. You had enough wherewithal, though, because you passed the perception check beforehand to be able to get off it before it basically enveloped both of you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it just enveloped him.
It does, but it is going to attack Drazimir because it sees him as the bigger target.
Oh,
Literally, he's bigger, okay?
not Drazimir. He's gonna die. He's probably got NPC health.
No, he doesn't. None of the first years do. No, like seriously, all the NPCs they put effort into, they do not have NPC health of like 4.
Okay.
I promise you. They all have like almost all the same ones, but they have like a number of like small little wannabe once a day kind of spells.
Mm-hmm.
Like a couple of cantrips, like a level 1 spell kind of stuff, and then they have like a ranged melee attack and a couple other things about them. They're not like completely helpless or anything.
Hope not.
Okay, let's see. Okay, it seems to rush right at him, like it was gonna hug Drazimir. And you see envelop him because it exactly hit his AC.
Oh.
And now it's like a complete it's like you put like a paper towel tube over like your Russian doldom kind of thing. So you can see maybe his hoof and cloven feet like at the on the ground, but it easily gets to him, and he's obviously completely encapsulated.
Well.
What do you want to
Okay.
do?
So you see,
you hear muffled cries and completely unclear words. It doesn't help that he's normally a quiet person, but he's like abnormally loud at the moment out of panic. And it's like even rabbits and giraffes and shit are loud when they're freaked out.
okay, well, she's just gonna, she's gonna do the natural thing. And wait a minute. If she slices it, would that hit him?
I would need an Arcana check.
Oh wait, sorry. Well, it would be the 7 anyway.
It would be the 7. Straight up answer: You don't know. This carpet's weird.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, okay. She's gonna use her sword. If he dies, he dies, I guess. Yes. Okay. Damn.
Stop rolling at advantage and disadvantage and shit. What are you
I was
doing?
rolling at disadvantage because he rolled a nat 20.
That's not my rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Oh, shit. Well, then, yeah, they take my 25. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Let's see what you do then.
Oh, wait, why did I do that?
Literally just roll a longsword thing. I'm accepting of the Roll20 equation for it. So let's see how much damage you do.
That's it. 7.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Roll
let me,
damage high.
let me, there we go.
So 12.
12 damage. Does it undo the threads?
No.
Well.
You hurt your friend.
She
All right.
Anchorage doesn't know that though.
Oh.
Until you possibly hear the cry of outcry of it, because you see your sword get like nestled into the fibers of the rug, and then you hear a pained cry from Drasimir himself. But you're not even sure you actually cut fully through the rug in the first place.
Okay, you know what? She's gonna resort to other means because she was not thinking about doing the sword at first anyway, and then she did, and it didn't really do much. So I swear to God, if you kill Drasimir, Saws.
You'd be killing Drasimir.
All right. You know, fuck it.
I'm having Drazimir's turn be right after yours. So tell me when you're done with your turn.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. At the beginning of Drazimir's turn, he takes damage from being encapsulated.
Oh, okay.
Technically, he's restrained, blinded, and on the way to suffocating, but still.
Oh,
I'm sure
How much-
he'll be fine.
how much damage? Like based on his yell.
A good bit.
Give me an insight check. You've been in lots of combat, so it's not gonna be the hardest. Yeah, you don't know. It was muffled from the rug.
Freaking rug.
But you know that you tried hitting it with your weapon, and it hurt it somehow might have hurt him too, and then while he's in there, he just gets hurt more. But it's his turn, so he's gonna try to get out. Also, the weird thing is, you may not be aware of this, but Jasmine only has a strength of 10.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well, as we discussed before, he may look it, but he doesn't use it.
Oh, that's fair. Do you think this carpet speaks common?
It has no languages.
Okay.
It is an inanimate object. Objects don't tend to have languages.
Okay, you never know.
Unless
This
they
could be
were
some Beauty and the Beast
animated
type
via
shit.
the awakening spell, but even then, if you know what a rug of smothering is, you know it doesn't.
Man, this is the one time I'm like,
So you
why?
see him, you see him like struggle and stretch the rug out to where it almost looks like he's gonna get out, because you see a bit of his torso come out and like one of his like huge fingers and everything. But at the last second, his strength fails him and he gets wrapped up completely again.
Oh, dang.
It's now the rug's turn.
Freaking rug.
It does nothing. Your turn.
So, Anchor has been thinking.
In, like in these last 12 seconds, she's had a lot of time to think.
She's going to use her sword again.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh, it's not a nat 20. Dang, I'm rolling pretty good with the sword, though. Is it max damage? No, no. Oh my god, I can't do math, apparently. Max damage is 14. Lord Jesus.
Is it 14?
No, it's 13. I lied.
I want you to realize that Drasmir actually has more health in the rug of smothering initially.
Good.
They're pretty damn close right now.
What?
Because as you get your sword into the rug again, you're seeing that you're like getting off some of the it's becoming a bit more threadbare looking, like
Yeah.
you're tearing away at it. But
Mhm.
if you ever see bits of rug get away, you also see them speckled with blood.
Okay. This is gonna sound crazy, but she's gonna action surge and do it again.
Oh my.
Okay, go
Not
ahead.
trying to rip him out or anything.
For the record, yes, it's a given that all these attacks hit. Just so you know.
Oh, wait, why? What does that
Well-
thing have like a 2 AC?
No.
Oh.
It just kind of can't move because it's.
Well, it's the fact that it doesn't have a 2 AC, but it doesn't have that great of AC either.
Oh.
It's a rug. You've been rolling over 20s and shit, so yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't think a rug would have over like 18 AC unless it's like a rug of steel or something.
It doesn't have that much AC, no, definitely not.
Or slashing. It's a very. Wait a minute.
What? You attacked, you use action surge, attacked again. What else do you want to do? It's still your turn?
Oh man, I could have used slasher earlier. Damn, I already forgot about it already.
What does Slasher do again? I forget.
Well, when you score a critical hit with slashing, you can grievously wound it, and it has disadvantage on all the attack rolls.
I don't think it's.
Well, it hasn't been hitting me anyway, so that's fine.
After the first initial attack, it's doing nothing on its turns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then that's her turn.
Okay. Sorry. On the beginning of Jasmine's turn, you hear him yelp again.
Oh, she's gonna say, "Don't worry, I'll save you." Oh.
During the yelp, you see some blood trickle out. Drasimir is officially bloodied.
Whoa, that's crazy.
He tries to get out again, hoping the extra blood will like lube his escape in some way.
Blood is an awful lubricant.
And and the sad part is it works.
The lube worked.
The fact it was flavor text for what he was trying to do. He was trying to anti-grapple, get the fuck out of the grapple. He was trying to escape the rug's grapple, which is he finally succeeded. For the record, he rolled 1 under the DC requirement last time. It was sad. This time it was well over the number. So he breaks free, but you see that he has slashes over his slash marks over his chest and arms.
Oh.
And he is currently bleeding.
Oh man, that's wild.
That's no bueno.
I hope he doesn't blame that on me. Anyway, she's gonna throw.
He was blinded.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, he was blinded. He was blinded and couldn't see what happened. However, I will say it's almost a little weird that you brought your sword and armor to a date.
She just came from exercising. She's gonna have it on.
Well, you had to meet him after exercising, so would you have prepared for the date as just, hey, I'm gonna have everything on me? Because you would have had time to prepare.
Yeah, she would have. Why would she? Why would she? She's. It's not like she's gonna be in her room. That's like the only time you'll catch her lacking.
Lacking. He takes a heavy breath, like he had just run a fucking like 2,000K mile, 2,000K marathon.
Or like she was planning to do.
Yeah, and he like crouches down, puts his hands over his knees, and just like heaves huge breaths because he was in the middle of suffocating. He was almost there.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Does he need CPR?
As I said, mechanically speaking, he's bloodied.
Oh.
Yeah, they have more than NPC health, but this thing does damage.
I have a shield. What? Am I wearing a shield right now?
What's your AC?
Oh shit! I am wearing a shield. Whoops. I've been rolling the wrong.
Currently, you're not.
Apparently,
if you're attacking with two-handed, right now your shield's not equipped.
Yes, I guess we shall say that for now. Because I forgot I was wearing a shield.
And just getting out of the grapple took him his whole turn. He needs to recover. He needs to mentally and physically recover.
Okay.
So it's the Rug's turn.
Okay. What's it gonna do?
He wants to finish off Jazzmir before he comes after you, so he's actually going to attack the Minotaur again.
What a dick.
Well, for the record, technically speaking, you could have gotten the fighting style for protection style, so you could be giving a disadvantage every round, but that's not the case.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't. Okay, I wasn't thinking about protecting anyone. Not that I have a party or anything.
The worst part is this fucker gets like a +5 on his attacks.
Oh, he's like me. It's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, he easily takes Jazzmir back again.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Jazzmir does not have a good AC.
my gosh.
He wears no armor. He was not expecting this bullshit. And that's all it does on its turn. Jazzmir, if you want, I can let you. I'll allow you to burn your bonus phase, a bonus action on any given turn to try to learn more about it or what it's doing to him and stuff. Because right now, all you're doing is seeing a fancy ass robe who came alive and seems to be having him scream, and you don't know what the fuck it's doing because you didn't know anything about it.
Well, no, she's an attack first, think later person.
And she saw how that turned out.
Yeah.
When's later?
After it's dead.
After he's dead.
Also, maybe next date he'll consider not choosing a rug of smothering.
He didn't know it was one. He knew it was magical, but it was one of those. He's excited. He liked the look of it, and he's excited for his date. So he didn't do his due diligence on the product purchase.
Let me guess. You got it from that shady dude that we wouldn't buy shit from.
Hey, that guy you're talking about, it's not like he dislikes your friends. He just doesn't like you.
I'm tempted to go buy something from him if he has.
Okay, can I hit him now?
It is your turn. If that's
All
all
right.
you want to do,
Flash.
that hits. I told you he has a shitty AC.
Yay.
I mean, it has a shitty AC.
I mean, to be fair, by extension, so does the thing it's smothering.
Both of them really do. But still, +5 to hit is not a bad modifier on a fucking inanimate object. Well, what's supposed to be inanimate. And so.
Oh wait, hold on. I
you
rolled
deal.
the wrong one.
Are you saying in between turns you put your shield? Well, it doesn't matter. The fact is are you saying you put your shield on and switch to one-handed?
No. I clicked the wrong
Roll
one.
again with two-handed and roll the different damage. I don't care what the number ends up being as the attack. Okay, it does. Okay.
Oh.
It is
Hey, look, Max.
Oh wait, yeah, it is.
It's a different type of die.
I'm not writing it down, so I'm mentally keeping track of how much health the rug has and how much health he has.
Yeah, is he dead?
No. You
Okay,
realize
good.
dead means negative your whole health, right?
Okay, well, I didn't know if that applied to
We're
them.
failing 3 saving throws.
Yes.
So
it
they get
applies
saving
to that.
throws?
I'm gonna do it for NPCs that matter, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So is at the end of your turn.
Is it? I don't know.
I'm asking because you have all you've done so far is use your action to attack. That's all you've done during your turn. I'm asking if you want to do or try anything else.
You know, I mean, I'm not really like a wizard. You know, I don't really have a cool ass bonus action that really does anything. So, no, I have nothing.
Normal basic wizards don't either.
Okay. Well, if only
Now,
I had a
sorcerers,
magic
on the other
sword.
hand,
Okay, that's it.
Drasimir takes more damage on his turn with another yelp, and he is going to spend his turn trying to get out again. But he fails.
Mm. Hang in there, buddy.
It's now the rug's turn, and it does nothing but maintain its grapple.
I feel like if it's a magic rug, you know, I feel like if I was an actual caster, I could just kill it with one spell. But I'm not a caster.
What spell?
I'm thinking like because if it's magical, dispel magic. Because remember in the other
Level
game,
5 spell. Sorry, level
Yeah.
3 spell. You don't get to level 5.
I'm just saying in the other game. when you
Hypothetically,
did-
yes, it would work, but you're not high enough to know the spell.
Okay, well I'm using my brain. Okay, to think about things in the future. I guess I don't know. Anyway, what now? What happened?
It's your turn. What do you want to
Oh
do?
shit! Oh my god! I'm sorry. Attack again. A 17.
17 hits.
Does it die now?
No, but
No.
you don't see any struggling from inside it anymore.
Is that a bad
Not a
thing?
good thing.
Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. I didn't think this through.
I was gonna say, did you want to?
Do you want to use an
pry it
Arcana?
open?
Do you want to try an Arcana check or an Insight check or something like that to see what the fuck happened or might be happening?
Yeah. Let's do Arcana. Yeah.
From that roll and your experience with it so far, I'm gonna copy paste a ability it has because you would have figured this part out. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh man, I think I fucked up. Okay, let's do some reading. Oh. That's some Loviatar type shit.
Pain isn't here. What do you mean?
That's what one of his abilities is.
Oh. Hmm. Shit. Hmm.
On his turn, he makes his first day saving throw, but you don't know if it's a good thing or not. But he made his first roll.
Okay. Okay.
It's on the rug's turn. It lets go completely from
Oh.
Jathmir, and you see his limp body fall to the ground.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he's out.
It now attacks you.
I can't do shit. It sucks. I'm putting that in. I'm speaking it into the world.
It attacks with a 12, which does not quite grapple you.
Uh-uh.
What you want to do?
Um. continue slashing it. You know. Maybe not. Or maybe, yes.
No, it
Oh.
does not have 8 AC.
Damn.
You like try slashing through it, was already through like it already went through one area. You already cut through it, so it doesn't actually get it doesn't actually catch on to it to do more damage, kind of thing.
All right. Well, Anchor is not trying to become a murderer, so
Jasimir makes his next death saving throw, and then it's the Rug's turn.
okay.
It'll try attacking you again. 23 hits.
Oh, dang. If only I had a shield. The spell shield.
If it hits, if you got your AC to exactly 23, it means it would still hit.
Is it?
That's what your AC means. It has to hit that number in order to hit you. If you, whatever.
Yeah,
23 hits. You are now grappled inside this annoyingly should be fucking dead rug by now.
Oh,
You
dear.
you count as restrained, blinded, and now you're on the clock for suffocating.
So
Now that is its turn. At the beginning of your turn, you take damage.
how many damages?
6.
Okay.
I want you to really know that's like on the super, super low fucking side.
Oh. Okay. So what can I do on my turn?
Try to get the fuck out.
Well, I mean, like, what do I roll? Like athletics or something?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, you know exactly which one I'm gonna do.
Acrobatics?
Oh, okay.
You don't get out.
Dang.
And now it would be Drazimir's last death saving throw. Let's see what happens.
I guess I really wouldn't know what would happen, though.
Drazimir stands
blinded.
up.
Oh, thank God.
I shit you not. He on his third death save, he rolled an at 20.
Good. He deserves it.
You're not going to be saying that after what he does.
What do you mean?
Okay, I've looked through all of the NPCs that have names and how useful they would be or how generic their attacks are and stuff. I think Drazimir and maybe like one or two, like maybe like 2 or 3 other tops have like special stuff. Otherwise, it's like magic flare, million range version. This fucker has multi attack.
Krasimir does?
Yeah.
What? Damn. Yes, can he join our party?
I think he has more health than all of you, actually.
Jeez.
Definitely me.
The first attack doesn't hit. Oh my god. He attacks it in vain, afraid to hurt you. Because he realized what your attacks were doing to him, so he figured it out. And so he's at least first too afraid to hurt you, so he like pulls punches, so to speak. So his attacks don't land at all on the first turn of attempts.
Okay.
So you're still stuck, and you didn't get hurt from him.
So
Jesse
now the-
says
What?
something. Jesse said that my hot dogs are done.
Well, finish combat.
Oh, okay.
it's the Rug's turn, but it just keeps you grappled, and then at the beginning of your turn, you get hurt again.
All right. No balls, Rug. Do your worst.
9 damage.
Okay, maybe don't do your worst.
Didn't I warn you the 6 was on the low side?
Okay.
It's now your turn. What do you want to do? Try to get out again?
Yes. That has to be. That has to.
It is your action to get out, and you achieve it.
Oh, thank God.
Since you're a fighter, would you want to do a?
I'm gonna do second win, homie.
Go ahead and
You
roll the
might
heal.
also want to consider asking your date to back the fuck up.
That too.
She'd probably just yell like, "Get behind me" or something, but like in like a heroic kind of like sexy way, you know. Oh my god! What level are we?
2.
2.
There we go.
So you give me about 4 health.
Yay! I'm back up to bloodied.
He gets back behind you and casts mage armor on himself.
Wait, is he gonna attack of opportunity?
No.
Oh, good.
He doesn't have a melee strike. It's just suffocation. No breathing.
He has abilities and things about him for the rug, but but opportunity attack is not among them. Like it even specifically mentions about how almost no one can tell it's just a rug unless you have really high perception. You rolled pretty well on that roll to figure it out, because it was it was that moment where like the rug was getting anxious about to attack kind of thing.
Mm.
Drazimir's turn is over because he used his move to get behind you, directionally anyway, and he cast Mage Armor on himself instead of attacking. But he doesn't. He really, really does not look good right now. Granted, the last time you saw him, he was laying on the ground looking pretty dead. So you don't even know what kind of fortitude or how awesome he is to actually stand back up.
So
It's now the Rex turn is going to attack you again.
okay.
But a 14 doesn't quite get you.
Nope.
It's now your turn.
Slash.
I will be
No,
back in a
probably
minute. My
not.
mom needs something from me.
Wait,
for it.
can I not use boss, whatever. Can I use my student dice?
Not on an attack roll.
Damn, okay.
It's those are for ability checks, not for attack rolls.
I tried.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
Is one of your student dice helpful in this situation, as in athletics?
It is.
So if you ever get smothered again,
Try to get out easier.
it's now Drazimir's turn, and he'll try attacking it from range.
Sounds like a good plan.
It's like some Dragon Ball it's like some Dragon Ball voodoo martial arts weird somatic bullshit, but you don't even necessarily notice it fully because it's happening behind you. But you've seen enough magic to probably guess what type of damage it is based on sometimes it's color coded kind of thing. It's like, hey, that looks like fire. I think it's gonna do fire damage kind of shit. From what it looks like, he's doing his attacks are trying to do force damage. The first one hits. Let's see for how much. Oh, that much? I don't have to roll. His first, you see a force arcane attack of pure force damage, obliterate the rug. It is now just like scraps of cloth and thread is just falling to the ground in front of you. But he's still heavy breathing behind you because he did not want things to go this way.
Oh, jeez.
If you look behind you, you'll see him kind of it's like one of those adrenaline's coming down, so he's starting to freak out a little more. You can see it in him, and his clothes looked slashed into.
Oh, I wonder
He made an effort to dress up for you and stuff, but now that effort is bad because it's a nice looking shirt and stuff, but it's cut to shreds from someone's sword, and he has blood over over everywhere basically.
Combat's over, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna go over to him. I guess get very close according to our tokens and give him a potion of healing.
He takes it and immediately just like plops down on the ground. You feel like the tiniest of tiny rumbles at your feet. But yeah, dude, this guy hits fucking hard. Oh my god. His range attack is a range of 60 feet. Um, Jeez. That, he would be great as he'd be great. But the potion, you see him drink it. Let me see how much it does for him. He looks a little better, like a little bit more color got back into him, but he still looks really weak.
Okay, well, she'll sit down next to him if he'll let her.
He would let her, but you don't even need a roll for this. It's very obvious right now that he is not in a what you would consider a good mood.
She would just say that this would not have happened if she had learned more about magic items.
Oh, my apologies. I forgot to mention this earlier. Um, because it was technically a possibly contributing factor about whether you would have said yes to come out with him or not. Going on this date would have taken enough time during the day, so it takes up your extracurricular concept for the session.
Oh yeah, she's fine with that. She's kind of on
It's like
strike.
one day of work, one day of a club. Fuck it, I want to go with him.
She's on strike from the club right now.
Okay, and you officially missed one day of work so far.
She's missed work.
As I just said. Did you not hear me all the way?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That makes more sense.
Would you have still chosen to go with him today?
No, yeah, she would have. Reluctantly. But then she'd kind of like be like, well.
When you got here, it was like he was dressed nice. It was obvious he put a lot of effort into it. It's a nice looking natural looking area. And like it had a nice calming vibe to it. There wasn't like too much foot traffic, but it wasn't like too eerily quiet. Still, it had a good. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good spot to pick, kind of thing. Um, you can hear him louder. It's louder than a whisper, but you can hear it quiet. Not because of its normal tone, but because it was obviously like how people talk low when they're like really sad or dejected.
Mm-hmm.
He feels guilty because if you got hurt today, and that was because you came out with him, he's blaming himself.
And Greta will console him and say, that she had fun, even though it was life or death. But in the end, she still had fun. She got to be around him.
He would go in for a hug if you accept it.
Oh, hug, yes. She'll accept the hug from him, but no. I swear
Your
to God.
armor, face, and hair is covered in blood now.
I mean, it's not the first time.
He's pretty big and hulking compared to your size, and it's a hug while sitting down, and so you're kind of like getting pushed into his humongous pecs, and so it's like can't breathe right here. Let go a little. It's kind of like that kind of vibe right now. But if you allow it, the hug will last for about like I don't know 10 to 20 seconds because he feels really bad about this. And for the record, he's completely disregarding the fact that he most likely did realize that you were the one hurting him from the outside the rug. And that the fact that he got knocked out and got bloodied and everything was due to your attacks. But he's going to genuinely just assume the best of you, and wouldn't even dream to imagine that you'd be the one who would intentionally hurt him, so he doesn't bring it up. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I never intend.
It was never intentional.
Exactly. She didn't even fucking know about the ability until later on. He would go over and try to pick up some of the things that were knocked around during the scuffle, and basically try to reorganize things to have some kind of semblance of control over the situation, and basically ask if you still wanted to have a nice lunch.
Oh,
Because before you're able to like have like a snacky light lunch kind of thing, that's that when it attacked. When he was wanting to know more about you, and you're about to get into the food kind of thing, and then it just came alive.
I mean, yeah, she'd be like, yeah, totally. Food is good after all this fighting.
He offers you classic picnic food, but the first thing he tries to offer you is a darkish like indigo. It's not you can't. It's a weird shade of color, like it almost like undulates into different colors. You can't really tell if it's blue or purple or like really a deep red or what. But he offers you like a really big basket full of these berries first. And he almost insists that you eat some.
Are they going to eat them together?
He's insisting that you eat them first.
Oh, okay. So she'll take a bite first. Wait, that's not a trap, is it?
You said you'd eat them, so let's see what happens.
You die.
Are you eating just when you say you eat them? Are you saying you're eating like he's trying to give you a handful? Are you taking the handful and eating the handful? Because these are like pretty small berries.
I think she'd probably do the handful just to, be a nice. Because if somebody hands you a handful of food, like you would want to eat like all of it, right? That'd be rude to not.
Okay, then it's like when you get a handful of popcorn, you just put it all in there at once. Yeah, you just pop all those berries in.
Are they good berries?
You're healed for 18 health.
Wait, did I make a good assumption? Was that right?
It was a container full of good berries.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. Wait, how much health did I get back?
18.
Oh, well, I'll just okay.
He didn't know how hurt you were. He just knew you looked hurt, and if you didn't come out today, you wouldn't have gotten hurt. Only after you eat the berries and look better does he start eating them himself.
No, he shouldn't. That's he needs to think for himself sometime. Like he's gonna be burnt out.
Did Incaretta share that remark?
No, that's
All
just
right, I'm
me.
back.
Hi, welcome back.
Did Encaretta go Super Saiyan and save the day?
Yes, we will say that.
Hooray.
It definitely didn't end terribly.
My buddy isn't dead, is he?
I honestly I forgot what part of the fight you left at. But as a reminder, on his third death saving throw, he got a nat 20 and got back up.
No.
And then he proceeded to he is one of the only NPCs to have multi attack, and so he tried attacking the rug twice and missed both times.
Oof.
And yeah, I know he actually does a lot of damage with his attacks too. It's really sad, especially considering this rug's AC. But after she got freed on her own accord, she told him to get behind her, and then he did cast mage armor on himself, so he had a bit more AC, so he wouldn't be easily taken down again. and then she proceeded to attack it, which she missed. And then he did a ranged attack and basically force damaged it into smithereens.
Neat.
By the way, the rug was only at like 3 health left. So I didn't have to roll his damage. He did enough damage to just kill it outright. Oh god, how much health I think Greta have again?
20.
Oh god, yeah, he's way more than you. Because you notice that the berries he eats, he is eating a lot more than you are, and you're getting the you're getting the feeling that it's not because he's hungry.
Are
Oh.
they good berries?
They are. He got them from a Druid friend.
I made the correct assumption too, but I'm so proud of myself.
Well, the thing is, at first I didn't tell her it was good berries because it was just, hey, here's some berries. He wants to eat them first. Like, is he going to eat them with me? No, he insists that you specifically eat them first.
They're poison.
It's like, sure.
Eat my damn berries.
You're both fully healed, but you notice it took a lot more berries for him to have the same effect as you, as far as being full health again. Mental math would not be necessarily your strong suit unless you really want to make a roll for it.
No. It's not my strong suit in real life either.
Okay, then you might find out his actual health another time.
Yep.
So you two are able to give each other a pleasant afternoon, and by the time it's over, you realize that it's too late to. It's like when you realize like I could go into work right now, but it's way too late to count this as a legit shift now to get paid proper amounts, and it's like I don't really feel like it anymore, so I'm just not gonna go in. It's like that for the timing of it, and because you already missed your club meeting today, and you're that far into the job shift time frame. So let's say that's how your Saturday went.
Okay.
And now we can move to Kendrick's.
All right, I can go grab my hot dogs.
Go for it.
Cool.
Enjoy your wieners.
Since you're going to him, I will be right back as well.
Okay.
I guess I came back at the perfect time.
So, what is it you want to do today?
I believe we discussed me doing
You
work
okay.
and then going to visit. Hold on, don't tell me. It was I forget her name. It wasn't Rubina. No, who was it? The
There's
one that I was doing.
There's a lot of names, right?
Yeah. Which one was the one that wanted to do the outfits with me?
That would be Rosie. That's her nickname. She's a long ass name otherwise. Rosa Miffenbip, but people call her Rosie.
Is that?
So, which do you want to do? What do you want to do first?
Job first.
Okay.
Business before pleasure. I don't see that character listed over here.
Which one?
Rosie. I don't see it under the NPC handout section. Am I blind? There we go. That's a big book.
I'm back. I heard it.
Keep in mind, she is a gnome.
Not a gnome. Alrighty.
Don't kill anyone, okay?
No promises. Alright, work time.
Okay. Let me see. I want to confirm token layers right now. You end up being near Shivadri again today, and you are both working in the Wizard Bloom, like that whole place. I'll show you the map real quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's Wither Bloom.
Yeah.
So you're working in this area today.
Lovely.
At least it smells like rain.
So you're working with Shivadri, and you're basically trying to keep the balance of the necrotic parts of this area not too encroaching. The gray parts are basically obstructable areas where they're like humongous tree root or trunk formations. Um, or some other impassable stuff, and all the green areas basically nice soft mossy area to walk on because the ground is that overgrown here. It's not difficult terrain, but it proves how much this is like as much nature as it is lived in.
Fair enough.
You're around this corner because the idea is to, as I said, keep the balance of it. So you see some plants withering from like nearby necrotic effects of naturally occurring necrotic effects, and they basically ask you to come as a druid to help keep the balance of that. And you're able to see just from your best perception, Shuvadri, as she is basically using magic to try to like carefully and meticulously, as usual, take because she has a confused look on her face. By now, you're able to at least see how she has expressions nowadays because you've spent enough time with her at work to see Alan face. She's frustrated and confused about why anyone would put graffiti on a tree root, but that's what happened. So she's slowly cleaning it off. How would you go about trying to stop or cut off the spread of a necrotic, naturally occurring necrotic bit of the, like, say, roots or a tree from spreading to the healthy parts?
I've got a couple of different ways to do. Oh, I just realized I didn't long rest.
You would have had a long rest by now. Go for it.
Yep. The only reason I say that is because I went to my first tier spells and it's like, why am I out of first tier spells? I mean, I've got
and you're a
protection.
druid. Speaking, if you want to have different spells prepared for today, you can.
I mean, I just choose mostly utility spells anyway.
Okay, just making sure you're aware. Oh, how would you go about it?
I've got protection from good and evil, which theoretically could stop or at least stymie the necrotic spread. I could also just bisect it with good old-fashioned manual labor.
Up to Kendricks. Because what you realize when you're doing these jobs, you never really had supervision. It was more of a, if you mess it up, we'll fire you if you do badly enough, or you're too lazy about it. But you don't normally have any micromanaging, overseeing supervisors of any kind. So it really always has been up to you how you get the job done.
As long as it gets done.
That's fair. I think I'll burn a first tier spell slot to use protection from good and evil and druidcraft to push back and stymie the necrotic growth.
Okay. You successfully keep a bit of the necrosis at bay for it. And you are able to get your job done around the same time as Shuvadri's is, because it does take a bit more of the focus for Druidcraft, like pinpointing what parts of the roots and just how far deep into it and stuff. And so I'll need a perception check.
Sure. Wrong tab. That tab. Then I do one of these. Like that. Eh.
You hear strange animalistic sounds coming from this area. And so you have a
Hold
split.
on, I had my
Go ahead.
sheet up. Which area?
And because of that, you're not taken by a huge surprise. And she was looking that direction at the time of it as well, and so you're not surprised or anything. And so I'm gonna need you to roll initiative.
Hmm.
Oh my. That's over here? Huh.
And creatures, and monstrosities, and all kinds of beasts and everything can come from all kinds of different dimensions that come to the school. Who's to say what someone wants to mistakenly keep as a pet? I mean, you realize how many people want like ferrets and snakes and all kinds of different animals that you really should not have as a pet, because oh, it's so cute because I think it's cute. Kind of bullshit.
Yeah, but it's not a cockatrice.
Well, they thought it was cute.
You know what? Just to keep things at bay, I'll keep a moopsie.
I'll once again have the NPC move directly after your turn. So, what do you want to do for your turn, Kendrix?
I'm gonna attempt to entangle it. Kind of appropriate to entangle it in large growth.
And what's the save DC?
Oh, right. Let me, because I can just do that, right?
12.
Okay, makes a strength check. Okay. Oh God, no, it doesn't take effect.
Hmm.
It
Well, I
screeches at you.
tried.
It screeches at you angrily for even trying.
It what? It's angry?
It screeches at you angrily for even trying.
You know what? I'm down for that. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a daunting roar, which is going to be DC 13.
Wisdom save, right?
Yep, DC 13 wisdom save. Oh, never mind. I can't do that yet.
What, you okay?
Yeah, it's just not close enough.
Oh.
Ah.
I accomplished my goal, though. I drew its aggro. So yeah, I can't daunting roar. I moved. So I'm done.
I guess that is the right DC. That looks so
Okay, Shuvadri stays where she is, and she tries to just try to shoot magic at it from afar.
Sounds like a plan.
She realizes it's a danger, and she just wants to keep her distance.
That's fair. I realize it's a danger and want her to keep a distance.
She barely hits it. She does a pretty brutal blow, like one of those like ultra, like it almost looks like an Eldritch Blast, but you've seen other people on the school grounds do the exact same thing. It's a generic attack they give to a lot of NPCs in this module called like Magic Flare,
Yep.
and they don't really say what it looks like at all, but that's what she hits it with, and. Just from its reaction, it looks like it was almost bloodied from that because she just did that well of a damaging attack.
Mm. Fair enough.
It is now its turn. It flies over to you.
That was the plan.
It proceeds to attack you.
I do not have great AC, so it's probably going to hit.
13.
Yeah.
I need a con save.
I'm okay with those.
And you still take 5 damage from the attack itself.
Ow.
It stays there hovering in front of you menacingly. And now it's your turn.
Mm. Well, I guess first things first, bonus action, I'm going to roar at it. So DC 13 wisdom save.
Roll the 16.
Pass.
Well, okay, technically 15, but it had a +1 bonus, so whatever.
All right. So strike one. I will then. Let's see. Do I want to do this? No, not right now. Let's see. Casting time up. Oh, bonus action poop. So I can't do that this turn.
Because you just use it for the roar, right?
Yep.
Or, yeah.
So if that's the case, I'm going to do this one. I said this one. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Cool beans. So if that's
But
the
actually,
case...
you're in melee range with, so it's a disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Well,
Since Counting Ball counts as ranged. Well,
okay,
okay.
so does the 14
14 hit, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. It was level 1, so 16 damage. And the next attack on it has advantage.
It would if you didn't just down it.
Oh. Well, that was anticlimactic.
you got she did such a high roll on her attack, and you did too, to be exactly enough for its total health.
Fair enough. Well, less painful than last time.
She nods, her feathers looking ruffled, but she regains her composure, and lets you know that she'll report the incident to the proper faculty members.
I appreciate that.
She's actually really nice about it. Acting like her time isn't quite as valuable as yours, and wanting to help out. And so she once again thanks you for your assistance. Because she saw how powerful you were, and she actually realized that you were capable of doing more than she was in that fight, and how much more useful you were in that moment than she was. It's like one of those. She's self-aware a little bit about the fact that you're kind of the hero in the moment, and it's like she was just there.
Well, I definitely wouldn't have been able to beat it by myself that easily, so. I'm just waiting for the opportunity for my character to use Entangle and it actually work. That would be nice.
I'm sorry, I rolled like a dirty 20 before when you tried doing Entangle the first time. It just, that was not going to fucking hold it. Otherwise, she would go off and Shivaji leaves and goes off, and what you can presume doing what she said she was going to do, because thus far she has not struck you as the dishonest type.
Yeah.
And that was your job shift for the day.
Hooray.
And you mentioned that you wanted to get some outfits made with Rosie, right?
Yep.
Rosie, I put your other tokens on here too, so just the rest of you can see. I didn't know he was not going to be here, so I put his token on here too. Whatever. And so you are here, but so Rosie, and so is Cadoris, and he's basically acting as her assistant in this moment, because she ended up getting like a wardrobe that like it was a lot of cool hanging clothes, and at the bottom of it were like a handful of boxes with like all kinds of miscellaneous like jewelry accessories. She said she recently got a huge haul of a lot of cool stuff, and you might want to look through it for your frogs if you wanted to dress them up. But if anything needed like fine tuning or repair or anything, she'll help you out. So basically, any kind of like miscellaneous kind of attachment you might want to put onto your frog's outfits or add on to them, let me know.
Fair enough.
And to be clear, you can see that you're in one of the B7 rooms, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm making sure.
It took me a minute to find it. It's like, oh god, I'm blind. Scroll. There I am.
Okay, oh yeah, okay, the only bright area. Got it.
Mm-hmm. This map is also pretty big, so.
Oh yeah, at first I forgot I had to shrink your tokens down. It's like, oh shit, I have to do that, huh? Yeah, okay. Because the reality is, this place is just that big.
Mm-hmm. Truth be told, this is actually pretty small in comparison to how it's described in the books.
I know, they only had like one map for it though, dude.
Yep.
Wait, are we supposed to see this map?
I wanted you to see it so you know what the hell is going on, so you're not just seeing a black screen while I talk to someone else.
We're flies on.
Oh, I mean, it is black, though.
No, it's not.
I'm looking.
Do you see where I'm pinging?
I've scrolled all the way out, homie. There's nothing there. I don't think that's actually my token.
Do you see me pinging?
I'm gonna put a token out randomly. No, I can't see shit.
Do you have
She's a human.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Do you have dark vision on? Is that why she can't see then?
Sh
I mean, that's cool. I can just listen and imagine.
Imagination.
You should be able to see your token even though you can't see, though.
No.
Under the lighting tab, you should be able to put a torch in the room. And then she should be able to see.
If that's the problem.
Let me refresh my page just in case. You never know. It could be some bullshit like that.
Because it's like you should be able to see your token.
No.
I put a torch like right there. I don't know if it'll help or not. Help her or not though.
Oh,
No,
it
there's
actually shows the torch. That's cool.
I think that's because he put it on the token layer. I don't know if it has to be on
Yeah.
the lighting or the token
Let's
layer
see.
for it to take effect.
the lighting layer.
Well, I have dark vision, so I guess it doesn't really show for me, so I can't tell.
Same
Perks
thing.
being an elf.
Do I have dark vision? I do have dark vision.
I mean, you're a cat.
Either way, so I'm going to walk into the room.
It's okay.
And
Don't worry
so
about
are 3 Anchorettas.
Okay, so yeah, you're in here with Rosie and Cataris, and they're she's helping Cataris get his he's having a new like leather outfit made for role playing sake.
Hmm.
But it's not like actual armor. It's just a cool looking outfit kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so she's working on like his side stitching while he's wearing it to make sure it's actually a good fit kind of thing and not too loose or anything. So that's what's currently going on. But it's basically like right here-ish, or like it's like along these squares right behind him is where the like quote unquote wardrobe is when you enter. And then while she's still working on his outfit while he's wearing it, like a tailor does when someone like was with a needle and shit.
Mhm.
She's still talking to you while she's working on that outfit. Almost to the
Hello,
point,
Mr. Rosie.
yeah. Almost to the point where you're like, how is she not gonna fucking kill him with how many with like her hands are like flying super fast with needles and like stitch work and everything, and you're like surprised she's not getting stabbed 1,000 times over just because she's just that good at it. Because this is like half of what all she fucking does. Like this is more than a hobby; it's a passion.
Yeah.
She seamlessly moves them both over. So as she's telling you about the new possibilities for what your frogs could be wearing, she moves out of the way of like the wardrobe like right behind her. So there's a little room for you. So if you wanted to look through it, there is. Let me see. Uh, there's like a red box and a green box, and the red box, she says absentmindedly that that has like accessories in it, and the green box has like clothing and some bottles of scents, like if you wanted to have your frog smell like of a certain scent or something. But she hadn't gone through everything in there quite yet because she'd been too busy.
I think I'll avoid the scents. They mess with my nose, but I appreciate it. In the meantime, let's see what little things we can add to my little friends.
So
And I
you
just start looking and mixing and matching outfits and stuff. Using their already acquired outfits as a base.
I will need a raw dexterity check.
Hmm.
You're like that. Nothing good could come from that. While pulling out some of the clothing from the green box because it has the bottles and the clothing in there, yeah, you topple out one of the bottles and it breaks. When and it breaks, and a powerful smell of basic It's somewhere between leather and new car. It's a weird mixture, but it's really heavy on the leather for whatever reason. That's the closest thing you can relate it to, and that just fills the whole room. And Rose even stops what she's doing to go to cover her mouth because it's like body spray where it's not meant to just be put all on you all at once. Kinda, yeah. And due to that, give me a perception check with disadvantage. Since you specifically mentioned that it's gonna mess up your nose.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Still not bad.
But still not good enough. But still not good enough to get the. It's good enough to not be surprised when this pops out from being formerly entrapped.
The token is too tiny. I can't tell what it is. Look at the itty bitty token. It is so tiny.
You have to zoom in on it. How do I share the token again? Like Control Z or some shit?
It's
I
Z.
think Shift Z.
Or was it Alt Z? It's one of those three.
Yeah, it was one of the two. I don't think it's.
Shift.
Oh,
Hmm.
well.
Someone played a joke and trapped one of those, a spectator, inside one of the scent bottles.
What is this? Baldur's Gate 3?
Apparently.
I'm gonna need you to roll initiative again.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not friendly.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, you have two friends with you this time, and both of them have more health than you.
That's not hard to do. I haven't healed up from my last encounter.
I'm aware. This is just not
It'd
your
be
fucking
funny if I
Saturday, dude.
still went. No, it'd be funny if I still went before it, though.
Let's see if you do.
I thought that would be at least large. But no, it's only a
No,
medium.
spectators are actually one of the smaller beholders. I think there's only like two smaller than it. Still not good, though.
It's still fucking powerful, especially considering who it's going against. It'll be Kadoris and then Rosie directly after you. It'll.
Yep.
For the record, I'm just doing that because it's easier to go alphabetical order in that way. As far as his BCs are concerned. So
Lordy.
it first tries to let's see. It tries to use one of its rays on you.
Oh boy.
It tries to use a confusing ray. I will need a wisdom saving throw. Or you're going to
I'm
be confused.
supposedly decent of that.
Well, now it's
Oh,
Pokemon.
I am very
You
decent
are
of
not confused. You know what exactly is going on. shit, you know what's going down. Shit's going down.
Spectator used Confuse Ray.
that. It was not very effective.
Then you see a different eye stalk shoot another beam over at Rosie. And let's see if she makes it. She does. You see her joints stiffen up as if she was gonna be as if she was almost stuck in place, but then she shakes it off. It basically screeches at you, and then it's your turn.
Eyes on me, you spoiled meatball. And I'm gonna run up, and I am going to, I mean, there's no harm in trying. As I move, pull out my quarterstaff, cast Shillelagh on it as a bonus action.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I am going to attempt to beat the fuck out of this thing with it. Which I would use my spell attack modifier of 4. Do I have anything that does that? I do. My guiding bolt. So I'm rolling guiding bolt, but it's actually me beating it with a shillelagh.
Okay.
So 19 to hit.
That hits.
And then what did it modify the damage to? Was it 2d? It was 1d8. Okay. Well, I could do that. Let's see. So oh, plus my modifier. So I'll just use my cure wounds. 3.
You did damage.
I did do damage. I'm using 3 different spells to deal 3 damage. All right. I got between it and them. I booped it in the snoot. I pass.
Okay, Rosie is going to shoot off a magic flare, because she doesn't realize what it can do yet.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone's already an expert on everything, okay?
Yep.
Some people just came here to learn about magic. They didn't go over spectators in the class yet.
You know, I wouldn't either.
She does end up hitting it with her magic flare attack at range.
Nice.
Fuck! You dealt 3 damage, she just dealt 10.
That's a decent amount of damage. The reason I started with Shillelagh was because I wasn't sure if it had the anti-magic eye like a normal beholder.
It does
So
not.
if it did, oh no, my cantrip didn't work. Granted, it's not like I have any tiered spells left anyway. I burned all of them during my job.
And so she's done, and then Cataris does the same thing. He tries to shoot a magic flare at it.
Man, my allies sure do have a lot of flair.
Dirty 20. Yeah, that fucking hits.
There we go.
Same. I don't know why they're rolling so high, but he did the same damage. I swear to you.
I mean, hey, look, man, they're making up for the fact that I can't roll for shit today.
So far he's taken 23 damage this round.
That is clearly not enough damage, as he's getting another turn.
Yes, it does indeed get another turn because it's not down.
Uh-huh.
You get
Oh, no.
one. What? You get one opportunity attack as he flies away. Optionally.
Well, I ain't got shit else to do with it, so I might as well. So, haha.
Does not
An
hit.
11 probably. Yeah, I didn't think so. To be fair, as long as it's in this room, it can't get away from me. I can run to just about everywhere in this entire room.
It's shooting a ray at you. I need a con save.
Con, I am theoretically decent at that. Well,
You
it's
passed.
not awful.
You passed. You have the same stiffness come across your muscles, like you couldn't move anything. But that only happens momentarily, and then it passes. It's the same color used that you saw it try using on Rosie before. But this time on Rosie, it uses a different one. And let's see.
It tries to confuse her.
It's doing a different. It's going a different tack this time.
A completely different eye. This is crazy.
Like, they don't necessarily color code the eyes. It's like, it's this color beam or some shit.
Yeah.
She got blasted with damage, and she, from your just passive perception and just because of how you know of natural physiology and everything, you would probably guess that she is about down to 2/3 health.
I do not like that.
And from the way she reacted, um, that was that was the kind of damage that happened after she did well in her attempt to stop it.
I see.
So that is its turn, and now it's yours.
All right. 5, 10, 15. Just going to get right back up in its face. I said eyes on me. And then I am going to bop it in the face with my shillelagh. 10 does not hit.
No, it doesn't. I'm sorry, but it really doesn't.
Yep, and then I'm going to Errar. DC 13 to frighten it. And actually, I want to be right there.
You successfully frighten it. It cannot move. So it basically is stuck in place.
Yep. And that was the thought.
And it'll get disadvantage on all of its attacks. The downside is, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Yep.
Well, I'm theoretically not bad at that.
Even though you realize the concept of fear might have someone not hit you as easily, you realize by now, especially seeing its beams and experiencing a couple of them, that it does not necessarily, mechanically speaking, it does not give a shit about having disadvantage on attack rolls. It's gonna make people make saving throws some more.
Yeah, but it's also preventing. It's also to make it to where I don't have to keep chasing it around the room. I'm keeping it still. Well, that was move, action, and bonus. Pass.
Rosie is really annoyed at it because where it hit her actually messed up her shirt, and she was kind of proud of that one. Um, because she made it herself, and so there was literally pride for making it yourself kind of thing, and so she basically almost roars herself with her verbal components of attacking it back.
Deserved.
With a 22 to hit, yeah, she fucking hits.
Mm-hmm.
It She did 8 damage to it. It's still up.
Well, there's still one more dude left.
She is really annoyed that she didn't finish off. And he misses,
Hmm.
activating his reaction.
What is it going to shoot him to?
He redirects the magical attack that missed.
Hmm.
But he tried redirecting it to you because he wants to get rid of his source of fear most of all, but a 9 does not hit you. Since the magical attack would have that's redirected has to have a new attack roll, and 9 does not hit your AC.
Nope, surprisingly enough.
He hit 1 below its AC, he got the reaction triggered, and then he just redirected the attack again. It's like, oh shit. um, so that was Cataris, and now it's its turn. It is going to have the same. It seems to have the same ray as it did before on Rosie, and she needs to make another save. This is not going to bode well for her if she doesn't make the save, to be honest. Oh, she does. She fucking clears it by like a mile. Oh my god. Okay. So she'll only take half damage again. It didn't seem nearly as bad this time, but she still hates getting damaged, as anyone would.
And based on that, that means it further messed up her outfit.
Yeah, she is not happy. It's basically doing a huge gash through one of her sleeves. She worked like for a full week on the intricate like pattern on it and stuff, and she thought it would look really cool, because she tried like weaving like real bits of gold and silver in like a really cool, unique pattern into it, and it's like nope, all that. Fuck it, have all that shit fall to the ground by falling through the threads and everything. Now, fuck off. It's like no kind of thing. Yeah.
Hmm.
He's gonna need. I'm gonna need another con save from you.
From me?
Yeah. Well,
Well,
it's 50-50
theoretically, I'm not bad at this.
Yeah, you're either doing wisdom or oh.
Yep, I'm really bad at this, apparently.
You are paralyzed for 1 minute.
Hmm. But I am still the object of its fear, so it can't move.
Correct. But when you are paralyzed, it does a little. It does like a shit fucking laugh. Like you didn't think it could laugh, but it was one of those. Kind of like almost pseudo horse laughs. Yeah, right in front of you. But now it's your turn. You don't get to really do anything during your turn since you're paralyzed. But you can make another attempt at a saving throw at the end of your turn.
Which I pass.
Granted, that just completely burned your turn. So fun, right?
Yeah, but it started snickering at me and I break free of the paralysis. I'm not the one you should be snickering at. If I'm not mistaken, it's her turn.
Yes, it is. Rosie wants to finish the fuck off because she is really pissed off about how it's ruining her outfit. But a 9 doesn't hit and he redirects it again.
Hmm.
She's more mad than anyone in this whole room. I want you to realize that. And 11 does hit Cataris. She had Rosie hit Cataris right behind her as like a weird little redirection magical air like fuckery. She hit the person behind her even though she was shooting in front.
Mm.
Cataris takes 13 damage. She high rolled.
Well, hopefully he's got
For the
comparable
record,
health to
if
me.
she would have gotten damage, if she would have gotten damage, she would have ended this all. But that no, that's not the case here. She
His
and
turn.
yes, it is, and he is looking hurt, but not quite what you would call bloody. Oh yeah, it hits. 22 definitely fucking hits. For 5. It is still up. It doesn't look like it's in good health, but it's still fucking up. It is now its turn. Yeah, the raid's been doing on Rosie, and now does on Cataris. And he does not make the save. So whatever damage this is, he's taking the full brunt of it. Cataris is hanging on by a fucking sliver.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has one more ray to go. I need a wisdom save from you.
Well, once again, theoretically, I'm good at this.
You are.
Wisdom is my best save, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'll pass.
And that means it's on to you.
All right, well. Let's try this again. I'm going to attempt to bop it with my shillelagh. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Let's see.
For the record, this seems to have a higher AC than like any random NPC here. It's really sad. This is higher AC than the damn rug did.
Yeah.
So you attacked. Your shillelagh is still active. So is there anything else you want to do during your turn?
I'm going to re-up my Daunting Roar. So another DC 13 Wisdom save.
He crit. He not 20'd it.
All right, so he's free of it. That's the end of my turn.
Rosie kneels down and tries to help Cataris with a medicine check to see if she can do anything to help him, because she doesn't personally know how quite bad off he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so her turn is spent assessing his condition and what can be done about it, if anything. Because he's playing he's playing a little over dramatic, but she doesn't know to what extent or if he is or not in the first place, kind of thing. So that's all she does during her turn. Cataris has the mentality of, if I'm going down, you're going down too, fucker. And so he tries to attack it again. And a 16 hits. For another, what was it? Oh yeah, for another 5. Lovely. The spectator looked like it's on. If it had legs, it looked like it would be on its last one, but it's still up and annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all Cataris can do. For the record, he's just happy he hit this time instead of hurting someone else.
Yep.
I will need a wisdom save from you.
A wisdom save. Well, theoretically.
You feel, looking at it, a shiver of fear, but it quickly passes. And it's like, no, it's my thing!
I'm the source of fear in this room.
While Rosie was turned and her back was to it, she didn't expect it coming, so she takes the full brunt of a wounding ray.
Hmm.
Rosie's down.
Not super surprised about that,
Cataris,
but I am
Cataris,
thoroughly pissed off.
Cataris, it does one of those, no! And tries attacking it again. Actually, sorry, it was its turn. It goes after you, so what do you want to do?
Well, I'm going to try and attack it again. With my shillelagh.
Vengeance crit!
Yeah, it upset me greatly. So the damage die was 5. So would that be 12? Or how do you do it? I forget.
It was at 1 health. It didn't matter what you rolled.
That's fair.
The fact that you hit it all means you killed it.
It downed my friend. I was pissed.
Cataris has tears streaming down his face and is asking if you know what to do.
Let's see.
He's like holding her limp body in his hands. He's not sure. He has no medical skills.
So I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna take her from him. You, teacher, grab one now. And then while he's doing that, I'm gonna attempt a medicine to stabilize.
Go for it.
Oh, that's not good. I didn't make it any worse, but it's not good. Unfortunately, I am out of spell slots. Otherwise, I'd be able to just fucking heal her.
For the record, if you did it below a 5, I would have considered that like forcing a death saving throw failure on her. Because you did so badly, you just made things worse.
Yeah.
But you didn't at least get that bad.
Do I have anything? I do. I just remembered. I have a potion of healing.
You people giving away your potions of healing to everyone.
I mean, if we need to heal him.
She is back up. She's back up. It was like one of like one of reactions. Like she just like bolt straight up wherever she is. And you like see some of the healing potion, even though you try to get her in her mouth, some of it's like shimming down her face because she didn't like 100% swallow all of it perfectly, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
She thanks you profusely. You gain 1 relationship point with Rosie.
Hey. Let's see.
And can you confirm with me what your number is now with her?
1.
Okay. I didn't know. I forgot offhand. I don't have the slides open like every session. And
I have them up all the time.
okay, so when it hits 2, you will get her boon. I mean, it's not a bad one. It's just one of those. I'm not sure when it would come into play, but whatever. It's like it's one of those. When it helps, it'll really help kind of things. Oh God, I forgot her name. Cadaris comes back. He brings. I forget the teacher's name is who came to help you out before with the mimic incident at the very beginning, like your first day here. She heals everyone to full health, so you heal back those 5.
Hooray.
And she mentions that whatever was happening here should probably wait until until a later date, until the faculty can investigate what fully happened here.
I point out the corpse of the spectator in the corner of the room.
It was said that you and Cadaris can go, but they needed Rosie to stay behind to explain what happened, how she got it, the whole story kind of thing.
Fair enough. We'll have to try this again some other day.
She looks a little forlorn about it, and then she looks a little regretful looking at her shirt and how fucked up it is now.
Don't worry. Clothes can be fixed, and my little friends here aren't going anywhere.
As far as you know.
Actually, speaking of that, give me an animal handling check.
Sure.
Yeah, about that.
Not great.
No, it's actually judging this based off what just happened, and because I don't know, I'm not sure if it was gonna happen, but you got low enough, so now it can happen. When you mention that, you look to your shoulders / hair / wherever. Now that the adrenaline's gone down and the faculty's been here, you were fully healed, and only now are you realizing right after you mention them that they're gone. And no, I didn't just kill them off.
I'm going to look around the room to see if I can find them.
Investigation. Because I'm assuming you're putting more effort into this than just a quick glance, right?
Yeah. Not great.
You will have to find your frogs at a later date, but I will tell you right now, as a player, they're not dead, and they have a high chance of coming back in some way later on, okay?
Still sad.
Rosie is too engrossed in getting interviewed, and her torn and how her shirt's in tatters, because it's like she didn't intend on this shirt being a crop top, but it ended up becoming one, kind of thing. It's like like her shirt is fucking torn up. She's not exposing any chest area, not because of just where the rays actually hit her, but it doesn't mean she didn't lose a lot of chunk of the outfit she worked hard on, and she feels really bad about it. So she didn't. So she was like half looking down when you were mentioning your frog before you started looking for him in the first place, or she would have like been looking with you because she cares about the animals and stuff.
That's fair.
That's how your Saturday went. Now we switch to Goswin.
It's Goswin time. Crazy.
What is it you wanted to do? You mentioned a couple of different things. So you mentioned you might want to see one of her shows at the Bows Inn Tavern, right?
Yep. But I did want to go to work at least.
You go into one of the labs, and you're partnered with someone who looks like they really don't want to be there. I need an insight check.
Well, you know what? I can't blame them for not wanting to be there. Insight 22.
And that's going to be because it's that high. I will need a perception check with advantage. It's fine. It didn't need to be that high for the actual perception part. When they sat down with you with like their notebooks and stuff, and you notice that they have pretty advanced shit. So advanced that you, as a genuinely intelligent Quandrix aspirant, have no idea. It's like someone who's thinks they're really good at geometry, and then like, okay, here comes like calculus, and it's like, okay, I'm good at geometry, I'm awesome at it, but what the fuck's that? Kind of thing. That kind of thing. And so you can tell from their demeanor, posture, and overall attitude that they were forced to come here. It's like and they really don't want to be here. And from what you can see thus far, you don't know why they're here either.
So they must have failed one assignment, and they were told, "Hey, you have
Well,
to do this."
Or you could ask them and find out. I mean, talking is a thing that happens between people.
Normally, yes, but this is my job, so I'll just do it.
I will need a history check from you then.
History, not at advantage.
Correct. You do well enough to make it. You're able to catch on some of the concepts quickly, especially since you can look at their notes because they're having their notes open, having to go through some content, and you realize that the way they write out their notes, there is literally no reason to be here. These are the notes of like an A+ student.
So he does.
Like they are
understand
really
the
detailed. They are, yeah. It looks like they already understand this backwards and forwards. And because of those notes and you glancing over and stuff, you can understand enough of it to keep up for this exact assignment anyway that you're going through with them. So it becomes even more confusing about why they're here.
Okay, with that being the statement, like, it looks like you got this. Why are you here?
He says it in a very annoyed, but even more than in his tone, even more than annoyed. You can catch on to that he's feeling defeated, like he had a conversation about not wanting to come here and he lost that battle. He basically shares that his parents have high expectations of him, and he didn't quite meet them, so he was told to go catch up.
Well, it seems
Basically, the gist is the fact that it's like one of those people who want you to have an A, but you got an A-, so you got to go study some more. It's that kind of parenting.
Yeah. Well, from what I
His
see here,
his parents actually work in the biblioplex.
That's even better. But yeah, it looks like you got this. So if you just want to look over your stuff, basically, you should be able to meet their expectations pretty much.
He shoots without much energy at all. He replies with the fact that if that was the case, he wouldn't have been here in the first place, and you would have never met him. Because if it was fine and he got enough of the material, it's one of those that he would have gotten an A+ instead of an A- equivalency.
Well,
And so yeah, it's like it's one of those. It's still like one of those. You got it as much as you're gonna get it kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
And being told to go through it again is not helping. And so, he you basically burn your part of your day just going through this with him before he leaves.
Mm-hmm. Learning new stuff in the process and becoming better at it for later down the road.
And by the way, since you all have a job, get 5 more gold.
Woohoo.
Yay.
I was waiting for the it's the third person's turn who had a job before I said that because you all still have a job.
At some point, I gotta go see.
Because some people can save up to buy magic shit.
Yeah, I was about to say.
If
I gotta
someone,
see if I can buy
if
more.
a certain vendor might like them up to sell.
Yeah.
So, this your job scheduling is different than theirs. Instead of saying like having a Saturday morning shift or evening shift kind of thing, people normally have your kind of job shift. Like say, hey, it's after class. What are you doing on the Friday? No, you got to go fucking study. So your job shift was on like a Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's Friday night, and what are you gonna do?
Well, does Aurora Luna Winterstar have a show going on that night?
She in fact does.
Sounds like a good idea to go to that.
You both can bring your tokens on here to be flies on the wall if you want.
Where?
In the middle of the square.
Or rectangle.
As I said, flies on the wall.
I can't see anything.
Again?
Yeah.
So yes, it is because no dark vision, isn't it?
Well, she saw it before.
Yeah, I'm confused by that as well because we've been here.
Mm-hmm.
As you enter, she is actually just starting her set of instrumental.
Oh, perfect timing.
Her vibe is heavily it's the same vibe you would get from hearing Evanescence, man. Let's see how well her performance goes. Because give me a perception check, actually.
Perception. I'm at normal.
Mm-hmm.
21.
So, tonight, besides the bustling amount of people who are here for both drinking, hanging out, watching her show, stuff like that, you see the manager, you see the assistant manager and bouncer, you notice someone jotting down notes in front of him on like a little notepad. And you notice a couple of people over here, but you've seen around her before vaguely, so it's not that shocking if they're fans or friends or something. And you notice 2 mages over here. One is dressed in green and blue. The other is in red and blue. They have really nice looking outfits, but otherwise really nondescript faces. And they have like this whole table is filled of what looks filled of what looks like if someone said, yeah, I'm gonna give you my best service, like here's the best food, here's the priciest drinks, their table is covered in it.
Oh. Rich kids.
That's what you get with that good of a perception check. So you're choosing to go sit by the guy taking notes because that was him.
Well, I just kind of sat down at the closest table near the door, basically.
Well, that would have been technically this one.
Yeah. Well, the closest area to the bar, I guess, because that would be
okay. I mean, technically that would be like right here then.
Just walk up and sit. Gotta get in line of sight.
Okay. So you come right when one of her songs is starting, and you got like a little past opening time, so you were able to make it where you know you're not going to be like, oh, you just missed it again. No, you're you're able to get early enough to listen and be just fine. Now I'm gonna do a performance check for her and see how well she does.
Amazing.
We'll see. You called it. Dude, she not 20'd.
Exactly. I know Aurora Luna Winterstar.
because she does the stuff like like she has like a little pick for it. She has like the perfect strumming motions, and whenever she has like even a split second to move her hand, otherwise she's doing somatic components for prestidigitation to do little musical notes to accompany her, so she doesn't need other musicians with her. Like she is really fucking good.
She's the one-man band.
Give me another perception check with advantage this time.
Ooh, with advantage. Why is it always those two numbers when I have advantage?
I don't know. After performance went basically as amazing as it possibly fucking could have. And actually, before you notice, I need a con save. Because the idea is that you're getting drink here of some kind.
You know what, fair. It would beat the 3. I forgot I had advantage still on.
That would make 12 not enough to notice it. Sorry. You are, I would go like you're not feeling it, to you're a little buzzed, to you're tipsy, to you're drunk. You're tipsy. And just like, it's one of those, after like 1.5 beers, I'm all the way almost drunk. It's like, you're a fucking lightweight tonight, man. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm not drinking all
And the guy near you is still just taking notes after notes and like clapping when appropriate kind of thing, but still taking notes. And it doesn't seem like he's trying to interact with you whatsoever. He's like just doing his own thing. And you don't notice until they come upon you.
Oh.
And go back past you. The two like fancily dressed mages, they go up to her after her set's done. Oh yeah, sorry. I did the green rectangle thing because it was one of those. This is moved out for the sake of a stage kind of thing.
Yeah.
And she ends up being called over to them, and they are murmuring to her. You're drunk, but you're super close, so I'm going to even it out and just say, give me a straight perception roll.
Straight perception. 12 again.
It's not, you don't think they're saying anything negative to her, but you can't quite catch the words.
I guess in that situation, I would kind of want to get a tiny bit closer, like kind of shift around in seats to try to get a better listen, just to be safe.
And so is everyone else, because she did an amazing performance, and everyone's trying to get to her to get her autograph or to hang out with her or to do something with her because she's a hot commodity right now.
Well, it wasn't like a thought of like, oh hey, go right up to her. It would be like shifting seats.
No, I'm saying people are trying to do that, and
Oh,
so it's hard to get close to her right now. But for whatever reason, people let the two mages that are in front of you have have a wide enough berth, so they just let them through.
I guess.
They say a few final words to Aurora, and then they take their leave. With like giving like a leaving kind of goodbye nod to the manager.
Okay. So nothing innately bad from what I can sense as they leave. Like they definitely didn't say anything to annoy her or
not that you're aware of. No. Mm-hmm. And she looks after them as in their wake with a not like just a like one of it's the kind of facial expression someone would have if they're confused. It's like if someone's confused but grateful, they're like, "Thank you," but she looks that confused. But it's not like in a apprehensive or scared or pissed off way or anything like that. But you only see that for a moment, and you only catch that in the first place because you basically you're kind of staring at it the whole damn time like a creeper. She doesn't necessarily, if she notices, she doesn't seem to make any attempt to show that she minds it at this point in time. But the confused look only lasts for a moment before she's bombarded with other people trying to compliment her about and congratulate her on the show well done again. And it gets to the point where Javanesh needs to come and break it up, kind of thing, because it's one of those. There are some looky-loos like, hey, what's going on over here? Why is it here? Because people who came in after even you did.
It's like, why is there a crowd just gathering over in this direction? Let's go look.
Well, it's not. Yeah, but Javanesh knows. But it's one of those. Okay, you said your piece, now just go, kind of thing. Instead of just blocking the whole area of the bar. When she finally has time, she hasn't noticed you yet because she is not currently super perceptive and she's a bit overwhelmed emotionally right now.
You know what?
So she goes and sit with a few friends, and the bar thins out a little, and Javanesh is busy over doing other things like getting out drunks and stuff like that. And the person who is taking notes is still jotting stuff down. He seems really focused on whatever he's writing down.
So based off of that, it's nothing about her directly.
I don't know. Do you want to find out?
Kinda. It wouldn't be like go ahead and ask, but it would be like
how would you go about wanting to find out?
Like a kind of look over his shoulder since I'm right there. Not like asking him directly, like, what are you even writing? Without asking.
So you're trying to look over his shoulder to see if you can see what he's writing.
Basically,
yeah. Give me another con save.
Con save.
Okay. And now it's still pretty busy, so give me a dex save.
Dex save.
Okay. Now that is to make sure you weren't too drunk and you didn't trip on the way to make it horribly obvious what you were trying to do. So, well, at least you didn't trip and make him like, oh, what are you doing? Kind of thing. I'm not like hiding it, but like then worrying for your safety. But before he would ever worry for your safety, he would hide what he's writing beforehand. Yeah. So finally, give me stealth. It's good enough. You can see that he basically from the phrasing and the sentence structure, it looks like he was writing a story about her performance. Like how newspapers or magazines or websites have like a puff piece on like, they did great today. They had this kind of a crowd. This and this happened when they played these songs. It was such a good hit. They're going places. It's one of those pieces.
Yes, she is. But that makes sense.
The Strixhaven does have a newspaper.
I was like, I think I remember you having a club for that, right?
Yeah, the Strixhaven Star. The one you're right by is in it, and the waitress, the server over at the Fire Jolt Cafe also works there.
Oh, get all the gossip there.
That's kind of what she does. She overhears and she uses it to her advantage.
I guess after seeing that, it's just basically about the thing. He would come over here and say, "That was amazing."
That was like you come like I want you to realize the timing of you doing that. Actually, okay. Give me a insight roll.
Insight. 13 again.
Okay, I'll let you say that, but now you have the wherewithal to realize right when you want to say that was amazing. You hear Xanther say the exact same phrase. Are you just going to say exactly what he says now?
I mean, he's a bit tipsy, so he's probably not thinking 100% straight. So he's like, he's going to say it anyway because it's like.
Then they were like, "That was amazing, Aurora," and then you're like, "Yeah, that was amazing." Give me a perception check. Even tipsy, in your current state, you're not normally drunk. Lightweight nerd. But it's one of those things where she does one of those nose exhale things where she at least found your attempt and your accolades amusing, if not slightly charming. You are then questioned by Rubina about how often you come to her shows, because and if you want to give me a check about if you remember who Rubina even is, go ahead. It would be intelligence.
I was like, I remember seeing her before, but I cannot remember physically where she was seen last.
Rubina used to be in like the band association, basically like hey, our school has a band. She used to be in that band association with Aurora, but then she left it she basically left band for drama club, but she still has friends in band, and Aurora is one of them, and they're basically best friends on campus.
That sounds like high school stuff.
It doesn't mean this place doesn't have clubs and sports and sporting stuff just like a high school would.
I know. I'm just saying that.
And
definitely
college things can be even more intense because they start being of age people where people can bet on them. It's a whole thing. I'm aware, but yeah, even though they don't hang out in quote unquote the club anymore, they still care about each other enough to find time to hang out, and that means Rubina coming to her shows. For like moral support and whatnot, because there was no guarantee she was gonna like hit it out of the park tonight.
Yeah.
The fact is, she did.
But
Um, Aurora invites you to sit with them because before you're just standing there awkwardly at their table, like expectantly.
kind of like leaning on the chair, like, "Hey, that was amazing," and then probably take.
Kinda, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Xanther suggests that she dye her hair red or orange for an extra bit of flair. Um, she scoffs at the idea, um, and give me an insight check.
Insight.
She scoffs at the idea, and she says something really, really quick, almost under her breath. But and she immediately changes subjects right after she says it because you get the feeling that she did not intend to let slip.
Oh.
What she did not intend to let slip is the fact that she had already dyed her hair too much before, and she doesn't want to have to go through that again. Like it's a whole process that she doesn't that she finds annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But why she would keep it a secret, you don't know currently.
Well, if it comes up later, it comes up later.
She just talks about how she'll be a star regardless, and she's obviously going places, and she was always meant for greatness. I mean, just look at her, kind of thing. And when she says this is when she like how you pose for pictures, but only like a headshot kind of thing. She poses in such a way where, like, as far as upper body goes, torso and upward, where in a few different positions to where her Dampier physical features are most prominent, because she's actually genuinely proud to be a Dampier.
Mm-hmm.
Rubina rolls her eyes and mentions to her like it's much more talent than race that's going to define anything like that. But she just happens to have both. Xanther is just general. Xanther just like generically cheers her on and talking about how she doesn't really. It doesn't matter if she's. It's one of those things. It's like it doesn't matter if you come out big shot or you just stay small time, man. You got the skills. You all have a couple of rounds, and and the topic of family comes up, where um, where you end up learning a couple of things, like it comes up, but it's quickly dismissed about how her family is rich, but she won't say why immediately. Not easily, and Rubina doesn't really have any family anymore. And Xanther is just happy to be here, and he says it in a very non-answer kind of way, where you're not really sure where he was going with it, but he was meandering so long in his talk. It's one of those, what was he going on about again? Whatever. And then it comes to you to ask about what your family's like.
My family's rich too. They're nobility.
That it means different things in different like countries, dimensions, worlds. So they want you to elaborate.
Oh shoot, how do I even elaborate on that?
Like, what luxuries can you afford, or have you had a ton of, or what are some like quote unquote normal people problems you never had to deal with, shit like that.
As a person who hasn't had those luxuries, I'm not sure exactly how to even respond to that as a player. So I guess I would do like the normal, because they aren't super rich, but they're enough. They have enough affluence to not worry about a few small
Then
things.
just give me a straight charisma roll
Okay. Because I'm like,
to see if you can just talk your way past this uncomfortable subject. Good enough. You double speak your way past the question without really giving much information in the way of an actual answer. And it gets later in the evening where Aurora actually asks you if you want to go on a walk with her in the Witherbloom area.
That sounds lovely. And then I will join her.
Bam!
This place looks familiar.
There are some lanterns hanging off some branches. There's some fireflies that seem to be here year round, kind of thing. Intermittent, interspersed with all the different branches and trees, and just open air, like they don't even care where they're supposed to be normally. Kind of weird migration patterns for those fireflies. Um, and right now, you two are just sitting on a bench in like a mussy-ish area, and she's just trying to get a breeze out so she can just get like like sober up before she goes to bed, kind of thing.
Fair. Because Goswin also has to do that kind of thing. Because he's definitely
Yeah.
a little out there.
Give me a con save to see how much it helps.
Con save. I guess not too much.
Not too much, no. Um, but with from after like an elongated moment of silence, she just like bluntly asks you why you came to the school.
My father was also a Quandrix student, and he suggested that I go, and it sounded like a good opportunity to learn and be with other people who want to learn, I guess.
While you were still chilling on the bench, she was in earshot and everything, but she kept on she was like meandering around this general area while listening to you. Like, sure, she was going like the whole kind of answers, but you could actually from your perspective, you could tell that she actually still was legitimately paying attention to you. Um, and while you
All my hard work.
kinda, yeah.
Again.
Rude.
She doesn't necessarily know that it's just your hard work. She's just around trees, and that's what she does. She basically triggered she triggered a necrotic chain reaction effect that made you got to go do that work in the first place. By the way, so yeah, she didn't expect it to be more lively than in like its current state, but she like took joy in like killing it off again. Um,
Once again, I wish I could do that.
oh, oh yeah, get sated by doing shit like that. Yeah.
Mhm. I kind of had a rough morning this morning. I wasn't able to do that myself.
She like she was about to say something, but then stops herself and looks concerned, waiting for you to continue.
I wasn't able to find anybody to feed off of dreams of, so didn't feel exactly right this morning.
She asked to confirm that you do live in the first year dorms,
I do.
right? And then the obvious argument would come up: how is there not enough food there?
Well, it's not about the amount of food, it's the amount of not wanting to be exactly caught. Not everyone knows that I'm a Dampier.
This confuses her, as if you're almost legitimately trying to hide it when she doesn't think you should. As if it's not something that's worth hiding. It's worth something worth embracing.
I wasn't born this way, so I've kind of thought I needed to hide it, especially from my family. So it just continued.
And that's when you learn that she was born that way.
Mm-hmm.
She sits down next to you again, and she is genuinely super interested and wants to hear all about how you became a Dampier. Because if you weren't born one, then how did it happen? You know?
Yeah, I made a deal in order to gain more power, and I guess it would technically be called a drawback. But in the end, it's not as much of a drawback as I guess it should be for something to gain power off of.
She asks about your patron because it sounds very warlocky.
I don't know exactly. They didn't really show themselves.
Give me perception disadvantage.
A disadvantage.
You being drunk had that happen, and it coming out of nowhere means, at least in this instance, that you basically have a crippled turn. I'm gonna have you lose your action for the first round of combat, but I'm gonna need you to
Okay.
roll.
Roll initiative. Oh my goodness. That makes sense. Oh my goodness, it's the teacher.
It is a dryad that comes out from behind the bench and attacks like a fucking zombie. It has black ooze dripping from its mouth and completely black eyes and veins sprouting from its eyes like the worst makeup running you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But it is definitively, as you know from being around her so much, is definitively not your teacher.
I know. I was making the joke because it's also a
I'm
dryad.
aware. The NPC will go directly after you. She will She will try to charm your try to charm Aurora. So Aurora is gonna have a saving throw.
Oh no.
And she doesn't even have good wisdom, so she gets no bonuses.
Well, you said that she was based off of high elf also, so would she also have the advantage on charmed?
No, I'm looking at it. She doesn't.
Oh damn.
But she nat 20 saved. She's having a goodish night tonight.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, Aurora is just about as shocked as you. So the Dryad's able to get away without being able to do anything about it. It is now your turn than hers.
Well, seeing as I don't have an action on my first turn, it is basically like surprise round, and I guess.
You have a bonus action and you have movement.
Well, I really don't have any bonus actions except for summoning a wizardly quill. Literally. So I guess I would move kind of closer to it than she is, and then basically guard her.
Okay, so you would take up like a defensive stance for your girl.
Mm-hmm.
She scoffs at your attempt at cliched masculine and old super old fashioned concepts of masculinity, um, and she fires a magic flare at the Dryad, realizing it's an obvious threat.
Mm-hmm.
And with a 13, she hits. For 8. Oof. That's not bad. The Dryad's not liking that.
Mm-hmm.
She says something to the Dryad to the something to the effects of "Eat it, bitch," um, and she moves over here because she wants to be more tactical about this and think like, hey, if you're a cluster, she doesn't know what it has in store for you, so you don't know. She doesn't know if there's like a cone attack or a line attack that you would just both get hit with if you're grouped up.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be her turn, and she's done. Now I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Wisdom saving throw? Wow. Damn. I do have advantage. I almost forgot. Because this charm, right?
Yeah.
So 21.
For the briefest of moments, you're like, I don't know why I'm fighting her. She's a pretty cool Dryad. Wait a minute.
She attacked us. That's why.
And then you see her hands turn in. One of her hands turn in to like morph into like a really blunt club, like appendage, and it now slightly glows. You've seen Kendrix use a kind of magic before, and you can recognize the utterances of someone casting Shillelagh.
Mm. Well, that's cool, the way that they can do that.
and that would be your move. What you got?
He moved so far away. That's how far away exactly? 55.
Yeah.
I guess he would move there and then cast Guiding Bolt at the Dryad.
Go ahead and roll the attack roll.
I did
So let's
not,
see. Okay.
unless that hits.
No, it does not.
Help. I didn't think it would. And then I guess move there and then end my turn.
Okay. Aurora just tries to attack it again.
Damn, that thing got range. 60 feet. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. She has a 60-foot range attack.
I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit further away.
And her attack connects. For only 6 this time. It hurts the Dryad, but it does not look like the Dryad's out for the count. And she tries again with Aurora.
Man, that's got a big range.
It really does. I don't have the best news.
She's charmed.
If you glancing over your shoulder and looking how Aurora's like looking triumphant in her attack, like yeah, eat it, suck it, that kind of mood, and then she then her voice then her mood immediately changes and her expression just drops and it's like, and it's she gets in between you two and it looks pleading and it looks at you pleading and she asks you not to hurt her friend anymore.
She was the one that attacked us. Or it was the one that attacked us.
That doesn't, the words don't seem to get to her, as if she never heard them.
Okay. So I can recognize, hey, she's kind of under the effect.
Arcana.
Feeling before.
Yeah, she's charmed, and you don't know what all the details are of this charm, but a charm in general means not good things for you in this situation, and it also would it could easily very possibly mean that Aurora would want to protect the Dryad now.
Mm-hmm. So let's just hope I hit if I do attack.
Okay, and that charming Aurora was the turn.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I will move there, and then I shall try again with Guiding Bolt. Damn. Does an 11 hit?
It does.
It does hit.
Yeah, she has shit for armor.
So, with that being said, I will use my Destructive Wrath feature. So that will be max. Well, I will switch it to lightning and then do the Destructive Wrath. So that's 4d6.
Your back lights up, even though you don't currently see it.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot this whitish, bluish, yellowish. It's a weird convergence of color and lightning effects, and it completely just blasts the Dryad away, and she is disintegrated on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Aurora Luna
That
Winter
would
Star.
deal to confirm with you. That dealt 24 damage. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
take 12 damage.
Ow.
You had a feeling when you woke up this morning it was going to get worse.
Ow, I didn't realize it would be that much worse. I guess if Aurora Luna Winterstar is not in tranced anymore, she would see me. She would see Goswin double
Yeah,
over.
you're
and
out of
hit
combat. Oh yeah, only after you happen does it fully go away on her.
me. Mm-hmm.
She has no recollection of what happened and rushes to your side.
Oh, I guess that's another side effect.
She questions why you say that.
It seems when I use my enhanced damage dealing, I get hurt. I don't know how to actually say that otherwise, so.
Yeah, when you use the gift that you were given for the power that you bargained for in the first place, it had a cost. You didn't think it would be this great.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that, probably. Um, um, she basically tells you that that's kind of on you, dumbass. Um, but she says it in like the endearing, like how people in animes like, oh, idiot, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's the way she calls you a dumbass.
Yep.
She tells you to sit still, and she'll help you out. And she proceeds to stab you for what feels like the rest of the evening.
Okay.
You now have the effects of a common version of a barrier tattoo.
Oh. I would still have that as an attunement item, right?
Yes. Yeah, the uncommon version. So your AC is going to be 12 plus Dex mod.
Ooh.
She doesn't know how you got hurt because she didn't see it happen, but she just wants to do this as a precautionary measure.
Mm-hmm. So I shall change my AC on here as well. Okay.
I mean, the compendium should have barrier tattoo.
Well, I just use D&D Beyond. It's just there.
Okay. But yeah, it's 12 plus Dex mod, whatever that ends up being for you. And I'm sure it's higher than your current AC.
So while doing that, she would probably see the scar on my back.
She puts the mark on your left forearm under if you had your palm facing up and putting it straight out from you in front of you, it would be right at your wrist coming toward you.
Okay. Well, that was an eventful night.
She escorts you. Um, she escorts you back to the dorm. Uh, but on the way there, you hear that uh, you see, for whatever reason, the doors to the biblioplex are open, and you see an orange and a red frog jump in,
Oh,
and you know those are Kendrick's frogs.
we need to
Did
grab
you
those
want to
frogs.
notify Kendrick's and the rest of your party?
Well, it would be like try to. he would think more so like, hey, I should probably grab them and then deliver them to Kendricks, if they would allow me to grab a hold of them.
She would stop you and be like, "Where do you think you're going?" Because she realizes how hurt you look, and like she doesn't think you can do anything on your own right now. She's not going to leave your side until you go directly to the dorms.
All right, those are my friend's
Uh,
frogs. I was trying to give them back.
She says nothing, and then just gets you to the dorms, and then leaves you, hoping that you'll not be a dumbass and go back. But now you're at the dorms, and you are able to share this information with Ankaretta and Kendricks in order to retrieve the frogs.
I would do so since I wasn't able to grab them myself. Yes. They were trying to find their way home.
Are you able to see what your tokens are?
Yes.
No.
Again? Seriously? Shit.
Every time. It looks like we're in the same room. I'm surprised that you can't see because of the torch.
No, it was the other room was right here. The room you're in was right here.
Almost.
How about now, Sai?
Nope.
Scrolling all the way out?
Yes.
Jeez.
Why does your token not like you whatsoever?
Mm-mm.
How about now? Try refreshing.
No.
I'm not sure how to fix this because you had vision in all these other times. I don't know how you don't have vision now.
I don't know.
Did you change your token?
No.
No. So then it's definitely not that.
I know last time, like, I couldn't move the token you had put out for me.
Well, put out put out a new token like at the very bottom where it's not even in the building or anything. See if you can see at that point.
I mean, nope. Nope, not there. Not there. Nope.
Curious.
How about now?
Yes.
Hey.
I can see the bottom. What did you do?
Probably gave that one sight. So for whatever reason, the one he's dragging out doesn't actually work.
I gave you night vision temporarily. Let's just say in your offhand you're using a torch, okay? Since you're a human, you don't normally get dark vision, and it's night.
So the map is the issue.
Your token didn't have vision on it or dynamic lighting on it at all, apparently, for whatever reason. Are you able to see what your token is now? You're in one room. Okay. The information you guys went around because it was dark and empty and only some constructs were around, but you avoided them just to not want to get in trouble because this is still open for an unknown reason. And you ended up you ended up being able to deduce from like corner of your eye visuals and everything that you might have cornered them into this room, but you're not quite sure where they are, or because every now and then you hear a small little sound like an item being moved from something being pushed up against it or something like that. How do you want to continue this investigation to look for the missing frogs?
I will cast guidance on Kendricks. I feel if anybody's looking for him, he'd be the one to be looking, especially.
How would you want to proceed, Voss?
Hmm. Uh, oh, there I am. I was looking
In a
for
different
the,
tiny room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. God damn it! Why is this map so big? Let's see. Sorry, I was distracted looking for myself.
Yeah, you were. He put guidance on you, and now you can make a check of your choosing to see in an attempt to look for your frogs. That as far as all your clues so far getting into here, you think they were in this room, but no one knows anything past that. So because they're magical frogs, you might choose Arcana. Or because you're trying to delve into details about what happened to him about investigation, you might just want to look around at, or know what you want to do, perception or not. What do you want to do?
Well, perception is by far my best skill because I am a very perceptive person, so I will look around very carefully.
Add a D4.
I probably will need it. Let's see. Did I do that right? Okay, so 14. Not fantastic, but
You heard a couple of you were listening and looking really keenly with those nice Leonin senses, and you heard a couple of papers shuffle off one of the benches over here. You're not sure what it was. It's an ink bottle that almost looked like it was almost knocked over, like slightly moving and then stopped moving.
Gross.
no,
Yeah,
no.
those are a thing. What do you think Speak with Dead is about?
Then I will look more thoroughly in that area. Well, I'm shit at this, but let's
I
go.
will see that you've. But, oh, never mind. Doesn't
Yeah, I don't think a guidance is gonna help.
No, it's gonna be like a 6 roll that you have to make.
I will need a perception check.
Okay. God fucking damn it. The game just doesn't want me to play today.
Sorry, I stole all the
My frogs are lost forever. I will never find them.
You found a new surprise friend.
Is it another spectator?
Oh no. I see initiative.
It's the ink bottle friend.
Oh.
No.
They're not just chests.
You know, I'm a little disappointed it wasn't an actual inkling.
Yeah, me too.
Who's to say you can't find
Yeah,
one
no,
at some
this,
future point in time?
It really doesn't want me to play today.
Okay, and Coretta, you got your. You'll be using your sword as one-handed if you want to keep the torch up so you can see everything they can see.
Oh, damn. Okay.
It's like almost it's getting like it's like one of those quote unquote past curfew times where it's like the crowd is like thinning out. It's like 11. It's like 12 something kind of thing. It's like it's getting late. We
Mhm.
should get to bed kind of mood. But you're out here at the library instead because you didn't even know why it was actually open when it shouldn't be.
Are these pews?
They're like it's a lecture hall.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, I'll have to go around them then.
Yeah.
Well, technically, this place is a
It's descending, so technically speaking, you can just go like jump downward on it.
Well, I mean, I could just get here easily. Go next to my semi-squishy friend. And attack? Yes. Can I attack?
You can attack. Yes, your 17 hits.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
No, that.
Ugh.
I guess the game.
And just to be clear, while I was healed, this is still the same day, so I'm still out of spell slots, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I'm still at 2 HP.
Correct.
Dang. That's crazy, y'all.
I had to balance with the fact that you only had like one, like in like 4,000 sessions, you only had like one fight per long rest, and so you could use everything every time.
Fair.
Did you want to do anything else during your turn?
Oh, sorry. I don't have anything else.
Okay, you attacked, you dealt damage, it took it, it's still up. Because I'm sorry to tell you, 11 is not enough to one-shot a mimic.
Maybe one day.
Maybe not.
Okay. It will attack the one it originally had Kendricks as a target, so it's going to attack him first, and then it'll come after the fucker who attacked it. But it wanted to achieve its original goal first.
Makes sense.
Chomp chomp.
Nibble me bits.
It's gonna attempt to bite you. Yes.
Probably will.
I'm not going to consider this good news. Okay, sorry. You're not going to consider this good news.
Mm-hmm.
It crit you.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Well, it's unlikely to one-shot me.
No, but if I roll max damage, it does. Not including I'm not gonna double the acid damage, but if I roll max damage, I'm about to roll on its piercing damage for the bite. If it max rolls on that, it will one shot you without even adding the acid damage in.
Well, maybe don't do that.
Maybe let the dice decide.
That is what they are here for.
Why'd you have to say that, Matt?
God damn it. Did I seriously will it into existence?
Okay, I'm not going to tell you this because numbers and whatnot, but with it just like I added an extra number to it. So its original bite was supposed to be 1d8 plus 3. The crit made it 2d8 plus 3. And that ended up being a 7 and a 1, so you took 11 damage. Then it's a 1d8 for acid. Max rolled the 8.
Oh. So
It bit your lion friend, and now he's on the floor.
dang. Should have worn armor.
Why the fuck would I wear armor? I'm a druid.
That's its turn. Goswin.
I guess I'll roll up my sleeves and cast my last guiding bolt on it.
That hits.
Yes, I will cast it at level 1. What do you think? 17 damage. Damn.
It does not look good, but it is still up.
Well.
And the next attack does have advantage, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to do anything else during your turn?
I guess move closer to the door to make sure I don't die.
No, don't let me be next. Fuck it. Damn.
Exactly. And that will be the end of my turn.
I need one death saving throw.
Damn.
That's a roll. Okay. Now it's Incaretta's turn.
At advantage.
Well, if she attacks, but I want you to keep in mind that Kenji's on the floor does not look good. He looks out for the count, and and even though Goswin tried helping by hitting it with a spell, it is still fucking up somehow. And then he's starting to run away.
Is Kendrix a living creature?
Yes.
Technically,
Okay.
currently,
Then I will use Spare the Dying on him.
That works.
and to confirm, you're using this as your action, right?
I am sure.
Okay, you stabilize Kendricks right then and there. He does not need to make any more death saving throws.
Hooray for necromancy or necromancy.
And you will be up in a number that I rolled, and you'll find out later. But at least you're stabilized, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And did you want any bonus actions or movement to do?
I mean, I don't really have any movement. I mean, I don't have any bonus actions. I mean, I do, but if I use them, it'd be stupid right now.
Well, I mean, the one you did use, so.
Well, I got another one.
You got 2 uses?
Actually, I think I have 3 bonus actions. Anyways, my turn's over. No, I don't have 3 action surges. Are you crazy?
No, I mean, because action surge is not a bonus action. It is a.
Oh no, you're right. I keep forgetting about that.
Which is
Can't
makes
use
it
it anyway.
so much better. But it sounds like it's the mimic.
Okay, now it's the mimic's turn. And now it's going after the only thing that's standing by it. It's going after Incaretta.
Do it. No balls.
No. Why do you keep challenging shit to kill people around you? They do it.
They literally do it.
Does a 24 hit Incaretta?
24 to hit.
Yeah.
Under normal circumstances, yes.
And these are normal circumstances.
Oh my god. If we get wiped by a fucking
Ink bottle.
You take 7 piercing and 5 acid damage.
Hey yo. No way.
Don't you dare.
That's what I rolled.
Don't you dare.
I swear I can screenshot it.
Don't you dare
No,
say
I
that you're
believe
down.
you. No, oh no, I'm not down. I'm more than bloodied though, even though I was at full health.
Oh, what a coincidence. That would have dealt the majority of my health, too.
Yo, you guys, if we get like KO'd by this, I think we should just never talk about it again. That's the most embarrassing way to die.
How'd you die? An ink pot. Wait, what? Yeah, it bit us.
Yep.
What you got, Goswin?
Is there stuff left on the pews here? Since the map shows, like, scrolls and stuff.
It's not scrolls of spells, but you don't necessarily know that for sure. You see some scrolls, you see some ink pots, you see some discarded quills that are like bent out of shape or some shit that people just leave behind because they're too busy. You see some parchments like that. Go ahead. Yes, random things are done here, like some people forget to bring, like, hey, I forgot my backpack in class kind of stuff.
I guess since the backpack is biggest, I will grab a backpack.
It was an example.
Well, is there actually a backpack then?
No.
No. Okay.
It was an example of why there are things in there in the first place.
I will grab a scroll then and use my one free casting of catapult. I'm not gonna use
Wait.
one of my free stuff.
Would a piece of paper do damage?
If I throw it hard enough.
It's one of those, I'm going to crumple it up into a ball and then pitch it with the power of the spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
DC 13. Dex save.
So I'm guessing a 6 does not pass.
Yes, it does not.
And you are able to knock it out.
Nice.
It is dead.
What the heck?
Why? What? Are you saying you wanted to investigate the corpse?
No, I'm just astonished at how easy you killed it.
I used a spell that's a leveled spell, so I deal more damage with it.
If you didn't know, that catapult it actually deals 3d8 damage.
Yeah, it is a pretty decent amount of damage.
And it's one of the few spells that deals magical bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
In the new rule set, they got rid of the whole concept of magical versions of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, but in regular 5e, no. It's still a thing. And it's one of the few spells that does actually do that. Because it's basically nothing that has specifically resistance to magical versions of those. People have plenty of resistance to non-magical versions of those, but the exact resistance to that exact typing of it, not really.
Yeah, it's few and far between.
So Kendrick's is
All right, I'm back.
stabilized. Kendrick's is stabilized. And Goswin is basically out of, let's just say, a lot of resources.
Oh, definitely. Out of every resource I have.
However, the Mimic is defeated.
Is it actually defeated? It
It's
doesn't have
Vivi.
an X on it.
I don't put X's on them.
I know.
I have it there in case you want to investigate the corpse or not.
Well, I mean, at this point, since Kendrick's is down for a while, might as well. Like, why did that just attack us? Out of nowhere.
Give me an investigation check.
20.
I will investigate my dreams.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Well, you do kind of have like a meal right there, with like really ready for you. No resistance at all.
With that being said, would you want to like a Constitution saving throw there?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
You are like 1,000% compelled to try feeding on Kendrick's, even if Incareta's in the room.
Hey, Ingrata, I gotta let you know
Crazy.
something.
Are you actually?
As I actually feed off of his dreams.
Like, is it like
Gotham
molded?
would bend down over Kendrick's head, and it's like his hands go like a few inches from the skull, and you can see like weird like steamy wave, but it's like pink purplish, and it's like going in between his hands and his head, and Goswin's face just gives this weird like trance-like countenance, and his eyes just go completely fucking white. Not even like, oh, his eyes goes back in his head. No, they just get completely clouded over. And it almost looks like cloudy storms for like little tiny lightning strikes, flashes now and then, or almost roaming clouds where his actual eyes should be, kind of thing. And that is what's currently happening in front of you right after he says, I gotta let you in on something. And he does that right in front of you, Incaretta. Kendricks does not appear to be physically enjoying this whatsoever.
But he doesn't look like he's being hurt by it.
You sure about that?
It's uncomfortable, but it's not hurting.
Voss, Kendricks is having the most embarrassing, frustrating, I wanted to forget about this years ago kind of nightmares.
Hmm.
Can Ankaretta like poke Goslin with her sword? Be like,
You can poke. In this current state, you don't know what would happen if you did. But are you saying you want to attempt to?
yeah, but like not attack, like like the non-lethal damage type shit.
It doesn't seem to be any effect happening right now. He seems to be doing something that he doesn't seem to be fully conscious of how to stop in the process, like in the middle of it.
Oh, okay. Well, then she'll just stand there and watch.
Like, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna watch one of my friends feed on the unconscious body of another.
I
No
mean,
big
like,
deal,
what-
right?
What else is she gonna do?
Well,
Stop him.
She doesn't know.
She's
I mean,
how lethal or not lethal it is. She was given no details.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I mean, maybe maybe she'll give it like 2 minutes, cause like maybe it's like a seizure where after 2 minutes you're supposed to call 911. So after 2 minutes she'll do something.
Guys, we need a full hour of this to have it done.
Oh, so I get interrupted 2 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait.
sorry, boss. That was the wisdom save. Your unconscious body was ripened for the taking in front of a dream eater, and he had to make a wisdom save about whether he had enough willpower to resist doing it. He did not.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me you were expecting Ankaretta to sit there for an hour?
No, it was unconscious. He didn't have a choice in the situation. He couldn't not do it in that exact moment.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
That's the willpower concept that I had him roll for.
Yes.
But all you were told by Angaretta was told by Gosman was like, I have to let you in on something, and then he immediately starts feeding.
So I guess like maybe she'll pull him off. I mean
Athletics check.
he's a fucking wizard.
Athletics check.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh my god! Imagine if you burned that on Arcana.
Oh wait, hold on. That is my athletics check.
I was about to say that's probably.
You rolled Arcana. I need athletics.
It's the same
I
modifier,
need
homie.
athletics.
So I can do.
I need an athletics check from Goswin at disadvantage.
Oh, athletics. Oh man.
At disadvantage, you're too focused.
You better roll dukely.
I will. I told
Oh.
you I will.
Oh my
You
lord.
yank him in a heartbeat. He is so off of Kendricks. It's not even funny. It's almost like one of those things where you like try to yank him and you don't realize how strong you fucking were. Like, whoa! I didn't mean to almost throw you. Shit. I'll just let you down, kind of thing.
Holy shit.
Sorry about
Is he
that.
like conscious? Okay.
I assume I'd be conscious.
As soon as you got back to your senses, you realize that was not nearly enough time to have it happen properly, and you need more time.
So would you want another wisdom save to see if I want to automatically
Yes.
go back?
Yeah, it was one of those. You're not normally cut. You're not normally interrupted.
So that would be an 18.
The first one was 18. You're okay. You have your senses for now.
Sorry about that. What I was trying to say was I'm a dampier that feeds off dreams. Since
Oh, okay.
he's asleep, I couldn't control myself since I haven't fed in a.
It could be
good bit.
worse. Maybe you should ask people before.
I kind of didn't want to let people know too much. It's not something I was born with, so I figure I have to hide it.
I mean, like, I don't hide my issues. I don't think you should hide yours either.
Well, then, do you mind if I continue? He should be fine. I haven't seen anybody get actually hurt by it.
Okay, so just to make sure he's
For
not.
the record, Ankaretta doesn't really know a bunch about dream eating or what actual repercussions it may or may not have. She just knows someone who just. Keep in mind, this is someone who just admitted to needing to eat dreams and is claiming that it's just fine. I just need a hit and it'll be okay. You took the needle away. You took the needle away from the junkie, and they're saying it's fine if they get a hit.
Fair.
So you don't know unless you want to do a check. Your Ankaretta does not know how fine it actually is.
I feel like she probably would. Want to do a check for it? Arcana? Yes.
Yeah.
Yay!
With that much, you only have heard stories and rumors because of your background. You're not like completely fully read on the exact subject or anything. It doesn't magically make you fully knowledgeable about it,
That's
but um, you have heard that there is not a 0% zero consequences for doing this. People have like might be just overly tired the next day, or they might suffer a lot more worse repercussions, like literal loss of strength, endurance, agility, all kinds of bad physical repercussions for, or a or just a long-term depression, mental illness from having their dreams taken, if sometimes being grown to madness for having perpetual nightmares. There's a lot of bad things that can happen from having your dreams eaten, especially if it's done over continuously over a period of time. And you don't know how long he's been doing this. You just know that he's let you in on a secret just now because he had to.
Goswin.
Yes.
I think we both know what could happen to our good friends over there.
I have,
He's already in this state.
he's sleeping. I've
Yes.
not fed off of him before. I have fed off of other people, but not him.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to let you know if he wakes up and some strange shit has gone on in his head, your stomach will be on the tip of my sword.
I guess I shall.
And not
go-
because you're gonna go boop, huh?
Nope.
I guess I shall go find someone else. This is partly why I didn't want to let you guys know. And
No,
he walks off.
I'm not. She's going to say, wait.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you shouldn't do it to him. I wouldn't mind standing in for him simply because I know our good friend over there is already weakened by all this. The stupid little ink thingy has weakened him. And I can take it in his place. I'll just take one from the team. And I'll keep your secret safe.
I figure I should let the other two know anyway. And thank you. I guess once you fall asleep, I shall come over and continue.
For the record, I'm just going to consider it public knowledge that you all know where the other people's rooms are.
I mean, by now, hopefully.
At least, well, for the party members anyway, specifically. Unless you made it, none of you made it really a point to say, I want to memorize where every single first year's room is, and like, so I know who lives where exactly, kind of thing. So yeah, you know for sure where your other party members where their rooms are at least.
Taking one for the wizard because I know he's weak as fuck.
Really?
You're talking to the wizard.
Well,
Oh,
she's
wait.
saying that as a player, not a character, right?
Yeah, they're all wizards to me. I don't know much.
Kendrix is a druid.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You would have high enough raw intelligence to realize the difference.
Okay, no, yeah, Denver doesn't have that high enough intelligence. Okay, and Greta does, but I don't. I mean, I probably should write this down so I don't keep forgetting.
Would Incaretta realize, like, hey, that probably is what happened to Lorene that one time that she seemed super tired?
Alina.
Alina. Well,
Inside,
Lorene and
if you want to try, you would have to give me an intelligence check, Sai, if you want to think about if you could even remember that happening.
Yeah.
If you can correlate with a memory of this happening before. And an insight to try to connect the two of what they even mean together. You remember it happening before, but you're not. You realize there are dots to a picture, but you can't quite piece it together. but you do know this has happened before, and what he's telling you does make sense because you have noticed certain people being tired or something like that. So it would pan out with him feeding on other people before this too.
You
But you didn't put two and two together with your insight roll to realize something really crucial, so that can wait out after the session.
Yes, it is fine.
got
If
connected dots
anything-
without the numbers.
If anything, Anchorette is going to benefit from this because now she can push herself harder to be better.
Then you have a heart attack while you're trying to go on a run.
Yeah, maybe shut up. 1,000K run.
So what are you gonna do with Kendricks?
Seeing as she stopped me, I would suggest, shall we carry him back to his room then?
Yeah, well, why is my death save red? Okay, I'm sorry.
So what is it you want to do in this room right now?
Pick him up. Oh, wait, can she pick him up? Is he heavy?
With me, probably.
You can.
I'm pretty big, but I'm not super heavy.
You wouldn't walk at regular speed, but you could like princess carry him. Sorry, like fireman carry him. That was it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you could fireman carry him over your shoulder, but you would not have anything branded otherwise, like a weapon or anything. You have to spend your whole entire, like your arms, your focus carrying him to make sure he doesn't slip out of your grasp or anything.
That's fine. It's not like we're going to find any more mimics on the way, right?
Anyway. Okay, put your fingers close together. I was like that close to give you 2 mimics.
Bruh.
If I had more spell slots, that would have been fine. But since I only had the one, that
We would have won.
Or giving it its regular health. You killed it. You killed it at 30 health. It's supposed to have 58.
Bro, why did you finish Strixhaven? A mimic killed us.
So what does Goswin do as after you see Incaretta pick Kendricks up?
I guess be kind of close to make sure if she does like falter, like accidentally trip over like a ledge or something, he's there to make sure he doesn't fall to the ground super hard.
On the way back to the dorms, and you're leaving the room now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but what is Alina doing?
Technically speaking, she is studying because she has no extracurriculars
Oh, okay.
because she failed the last test.
Oh yeah.
But I had plans to do some more in-depth things about her study stuff. Like I would have gone over and had like Drasimir want to study with her, but like go in all the different areas of all the different 5 campuses, and I could go into detail about them and give information about them and stuff since I didn't do it before. Because him trying to figure out maybe she just needs a new environment to study to make her more productive and better at studying kind of thing. So he's trying stuff out.
Cool.
But that never happened because Alina wasn't here today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that got a lot of flavor environmental information not happening.
Well,
technically speaking, Alina's supposed to be studying like because she doesn't have a job or a club and she's not allowed to have one until she passes the next test.
Okay.
Or passes a test period. As you leave the bibliothèque, you end up give me a perception check. Only Goswin though. If you want to give me a perception check, side you can, but it'd be a disadvantage. You're having to get a lot of focus. Kendricks is fucking heavy.
I'm good.
Goswin notices that the door. He notices a sound behind him as you leave. The door closes really, really quietly, and sounds like a small click to make it locked, and a small little spell is immediately cast over it. Which reminds you, why was it open in the first place when it's not supposed to be this late?
And how did it shut by itself if nobody is there to cast the magic? Is it supposed to cast
exactly
it at regular time?
Give me an intelligence check. Magic shit happened.
It's magic.
Someone tried to murder us.
The fact is, you know that magic just happened in the first place. So you notice the door closing on its own and locking on its own, and you've been around enough spells and read enough books to realize and like read enough about this university, the Strixhaven University, that the bibliothèque at late at night has an arcane lock on it that's a really fucking high mechanically DC.
What's an arcane lock?
So a really powerful enchantment put on it to make sure no one breaks in to steal information that they shouldn't have, kind of thing.
Mm.
But then that begs the question, and so it begged the question to Goswin, like, wait, why was it up in the first place? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I'm focused on getting my friend home.
yeah. Speaking of, I need a deck saving throw from Sai.
Okay. Dexy, Dexy, Dex. Oh, wow.
You are able to get Kendrix back to the dorm. Not just not tripping on every single ledge and trippy step that looks like it blends in perfectly, but because of you have so many runs around this area that you know like every little step, every little time you have to do a double step or like a big step, almost a jump. You are so in tune with this with this whole route that you almost skip up the steps and down the steps because it's just become that easy for you.
Yay.
Oswin is like looking at her like, oh my god, don't drop him.
It's like, nah, I got this. It's like, no, really. It's like, no, really, I got this. Come on, man. Because he doesn't follow you on your run, so he doesn't know. He doesn't get it.
I walked this path for breakfast.
No, seriously, I have to take this path to get to the cafeteria.
So, yeah. And at the end of this, you are able to get Kendrick back to his room, and you are able to get to your own room. And how did you want to handle this if Incaretta is volunteering for dream eating duty?
Like me or him?
How are you saying Goswin can just stay in your room until you fall asleep? Like, what do you want?
That's hella awkward unless he wants to watch her
That's what
nightly
I'm asking. What
ritual.
you want to do?
Well, I mean, she's gotta like punch the wall a couple times and do a nightly run. No, she'd probably skip her nightly routine just so he doesn't have to suffer longer than he has to.
You probably already did your nightly routine, and then you got yanked right before you went to bed to go to the library late at night.
Oh wait, that's right.
It is already super late.
Yeah. So yeah, she'd go to bed, but she'd leave her door unlocked for him.
Oh my.
Late night dream booty call. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. If that's agreed upon, there is no issue. And Matt, you are currently sated for what you need to do for dream eating. I need a con save from Sai with disadvantage.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Why isn't it clicking? Click. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yay.
You will find out what that means next time.
Cool.
Next time on D&D Z.
Wait, is it a con save every time?
No. But
Oh,
what I
okay.
wanted to see the effects would happen or not, or how extreme they would happen this time is I wanted it. I wanted a con save. Yeah, exactly. Next, you get to see if that fucks over your test scores like it did for Alina last time.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
It's next session, isn't it?
Next session starts off with studying for directly before and taking the Albert test.
And Greta would never let that happen.
You agreed to be a dream feeded. Do that though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she would never let being fed on set her back.
Oh.
I guess we'll find out. Otherwise, yeah, that's a session. We're done.
She drinks nails.
I have doubts.